David, this is kind of interesting because I was reading an article about nostalgia for the 90s and in specific Y2K, and it also referenced the movie of our guest, Kyle Mooney, did a feature film called Y2K, where he kind of reenacts the styles, the telephones, the media, what was the web like then, everything. So
it plays on the fears we all had when it was turning from 1999 to 2000. And the word on the street was computers wouldn't understand that and they would all shut down at the same time. And what would we do? I do know someone that went to Hawaii thinking that was like a deserted island and saying, I'm just going to go to Hawaii. Like, by the way, Hawaii is like going to, Boston. It's the same big buildings, lots of electricity.
Yeah. So it's got a Best Buy and a Ralph's.
So they weren't really escaping, So I don't know what I'm saying. So, so he's an interesting guy, was on SNL and
for 9 seasons.
Yeah, 9 monster seasons. And he had we talked a lot about that. We talked about his movie. And he also did sketches before that. He does a lot of improv. He's actually a very interesting character. He's not just sort of a run-of-the-mill comic or improver. He's got a lot of smart guy.
Dry, quirky, good neighbor was the first time I saw him on YouTube. We talk all about that and how he sort of adapted his style of comedy to the rock and roll sporting type event that Saturday Night Live is. And that was very interesting to me. And he wrote and directed this movie for A24. So
and it's SNL's a little more to the world and not just specifically to like a sliver of an interesting like improv group. You can get away with more just if you're like a hardcore comedy fan on some things. And then sometimes you go to SNL and you've got to broaden it just a little bit, even though SNL does praise very weird bits, you know what I mean? Very different. Very
with the live show on the soundstage and stuff. Sometimes some sketches are more performative. There's a word, and some are writer driven. They do more films now, or videos and stuff, so you can be a little quirkier, drier, and stuff like that. But he had a great run. He has a lot of fans. He has his own lane of comedy, his own style, and this is a horror comedy, so I'm sure it's going to be
horror. Horror is the hardest word.
Horror is the hardest word, and if you say it to a loved one and it comes out wrong, you're in the doghouse for a week. Honey, do you want to go see that horror film? And if she didn't get the part,
it's as bad as saying, does this place have any booths? Does your restaurant have booths?
Yeah.
Booths? What do you say, Dana? Booths or booths?
I went to a horror film, and before that, we went to a restaurant and sat in the booths.
And it was February.
And we went and we watched clips of the movie interstitially. Everybody sounds drunk when they say these words. I went to a horror film and it has some booze. It's either Tom Brokaw or a very inebriated gentleman.
Well, here he is. So you're going to like Kyle Mooney and have a good time with them.
Enjoy him. I made a mistake the last show at SNL. Lauren, during the meeting, he's on the stage. He goes, Dana, you look like you're reading the cards.
Did he really?
And I said, the reason I look like I'm reading the cards is because I am reading the cards.
Yeah, King Tut. Stay out of my business.
On SNL.
I was there, Dana. I saw it in real life, and that was truly the exact interaction.
It was because the card was moving to when they had a single on me and moving back to the double. So that was a little bit, I wasn't used to that.
This is inside baseball, Kyle Mooney.
I'm just saying we fuck up a lot, don't know what we're doing, but you direct movies, you create art. I don't know. We're so excited to have you on here because I was trying to figure out your sense of humor. I'm like, what why is it so potent?
Yeah, you want me to try to answer that?
No, Kyle, I was going to say,
I don't know if you could.
Dana doesn't sound serious because he's eating chips or something. It doesn't sound like the most serious. He goes, "You're one of the best."
It relaxes the guest. It relaxes it says the guest.
We're all just hanging out, eating.
The more it's exactly what I do with my pals. It's always somebody chewing something and then like asking a pretty sincere, vague question, I would say. Yeah.
very you're potent. Describe your potency.
Yeah, it's kind of at least when I first got to know you is through my kids. It was Good Neighbor. That was like, you got to see this guy and your gang doing that stuff, and the Man on the Street. And so playing it so flat real, almost kind of Andy Kaufman-y, but not, I'm not sure. It's your own lane, but it was very, it's such a skill.
That's very sweet. I really appreciate it. And I do remember, I feel like at the 40th, maybe I met you and
I said the same thing.
You had very nice things to say, and it was super meaningful. So I do appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of like a showboater out there. I'm like I'm a needy little clown. I'm dancing for my donuts. Isn't that? By the way, I rap. So when I see other people going on like a rock and roll show like SNL and going in their own frequency and lane, it's just very interesting. And I don't, comedians like the person outside the boundaries, kind of like you're just sort of doing your own thing. But anyway, I'm sure everyone has said this to you and spoken to you. And
no, I mean, again, it truly does. Any way you say that, it sounds very nice to me because you guys are heroes. So it's really awesome to hear that. I think like the challenge, of course, is like, how do you fit whatever you want to call that, if you want to call it subversiveness or like you said, subtlety, like how do you package that in a way that works for the show,
Right.
Do you feel sometimes it's too far out of bounds? That's a problem. You want something that works, but you want to be innovative.
I do think that like early on, I was probably trying to do too much of exactly what I was doing on YouTube and on our internet videos. I think over time I was able to sort of like better manipulate it so that like it maybe fit more in sort of a consumable box, you know what I mean? And that was the fascinating thing for me. I think always was like, just, I'm sure this goes with everybody and so many people have said this, but just like what hits and what doesn't, because sometimes that stuff would play. And like, we did a couple of those internet interview videos and they did work well, but some of the stuff is too non-jokey and too dry or something for the audience. And it gets nothing.
Well, that is the great thing about Good Neighbor is you guys were like pirates doing your own thing. Like you just make your little pieces of work and you put them on YouTube. But yeah, to SNL, I think it happens to anybody, whatever their sensibility, but the audience discovering you on SNL happened over a period of time. So they knew your kind of vibe and they would start to just be happy when they'd see you, right? At some point you got
I think so. And well, yeah, I mean, I feel like, yes, you do. I did start to notice it. And definitely, I feel like it was in probably the latter half of my time there. I remember there was a monologue. I did a piece with Chance the Rapper. He had a monologue and like we both, it was a rap written by Dan Bola about.
It's always Bola.
Yeah, exactly. It's always Bola. It was about like Chicago and the second city. And it was, Chance said like, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Mooney or something like that. And there was like an applause and like a sense of recognition, even though I'd already been on the show, but it still felt like, oh, okay, you do know me to some degree. And that was really special. And even when, I was back a couple of weeks ago and I saw you, Dana, like the audience was very sweet. And so at some point it happens. It's sort of invisible. I don't know if you know when that moment is, but it is absolutely comforting. for sure.
It's super nice. I mean, you came out on during the monologue, and then there's just this roar. It's just like and for me, people always say this thing: are you a fan of this person or fan of that person? If I see someone on TV and they make me laugh really hard, only one time, I would call myself a fan.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're doing it multiple times over 9 years,
most people never make you laugh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
comedians,
agree. I feel, and this is not me trying to
go ahead.
Turn this conversation into promotion for the movie we're putting out.
No, we definitely want to talk about the movie.
Well, we don't have to. Okay,
we have no outline and no. So let's just go wherever.
Hear anything else other than the movie. Go ahead.
But I will say, okay, it's called Y2K. Friday, December 6th is when it comes out. It's about 2 high schoolers going to a party in '99 and Y2K actually happening. But what I was going to say was that, I think there are laughs in it. And I've obviously been to screenings of it, and there are moments that get laughs. And to me, I feel the same way. I feel like if I go to a comedy movie and I laugh hard once, that is a win.
It's such a fucking miracle. It's so funny you say that, because
totally
you can watch things and people nod and they go, that was pretty funny. And you go, you didn't even laugh. And you go, no, it's good.
Right.
Or you pitch a joke at read through or rewrites. And they go, yeah, that'll work. And I go, wait a second. Nobody laughed.
Yeah, you didn't respond at all.
Yeah, I just go, it'll work for who? The others? The cattle? That's true, though. Yeah. One laugh, if you can get a trailer with, I remember this is an example of just Schneider doing Deuce Bigalow. He was upside down. You remember that? And he swings on a upside down thing, the stretch. And he hits an aquarium. Hey, fucking put it in the trailer. Don't ruin the movie. Anyway, he gets a big laugh. That sold the whole movie, because you go, oh, that made me laugh. That's the kind of movie it is. It's goofy and off the wall. But it's hard to even get one laugh. So I get what you're saying. You get if someone makes you laugh, now you're in. They crack the code. Now you go, okay, I'll pay attention now.
Yes. And speaking to what you're talking about, pitching something and it's sort of being yeah. I mean, I think you nailed it. And I feel like so many of us have probably experienced that in any sort of comedy writing room when you're talking to somebody yeah, man, funny. It's funny. Just saying the word funny, but not eliciting any response. It's very real and something that happens quite often.
Let me ask you a question. So you wrote and directed.
Yeah. I co-wrote it. Yeah. Yeah. My friend Evan, who I went to college with. Yeah.
The USC gang. Yeah. Bennett. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Beck does a voice in it. Yeah.
And what is it about? Because I know for those of the kids that don't know, Y2K was a big deal. It was a big, scary deal.
Yeah.
Is it a scary movie, or is it comedy scary, or is it not like that?
I think comedy scary is an apt descriptor, I would say. Yeah. It
sounds so dumb the way to say it.
No, it is the first time I've heard anyone say that.
I think it's horror and comedy go together beautifully.
They're hard to weave, but
I mean, it starts out as I would say, attempting to be a pretty classic, iconic teen movie, coming of age movie, comedy in the realm
fun
of
movie. We got a big party to go to.
Super bad, exactly. Yes, yeah. I mean, we were really,
yeah.
There were so many movies in that era that came out that were sort of directed to teens, a la Can't Hardly Wait and stuff, or even the John Hughes movies or whatever.
Sure.
And then, at midnight, things, again, Y2K actually happens, machines come together, and these robots start terrorizing these kids, essentially.
It's what we all thought. There's a slim chance that could happen. Not a slim. People were saying it's for sure happening.
Yeah, no, my mom was scared for sure.
Yeah, someone I know went to an island. I'm like, what are you going to do there? Harvest coconuts? Do you really want to be alive when everything goes south? Why does everyone want to be alive?
And it was going to be supposed to be like chaos, right? Like chaos. The Purge or something. Because
computers can't understand going to 00 or something.
Yeah,
and they will all crash.
But it was fine. Mm-hmm. It was fully nothing, and
it's unreal that it was nothing, because I remember thinking what was going to happen. They said, computers don't understand. They don't understand. We only made them to 99. They don't know what to do. I didn't know they were going to attack us like your movie, but they did say they might not work.
So the movie is in theaters right now, by the way.
Yeah.
As
cool.
we speak. As we
maybe somebody's seeing it that's listening, and I want to say thank you if you made it out. That really means
that was
a lot.
very cool of you. Thank you.
I think I was just curious about in the writing of it. It sounds fun that you're starting out with a 90s comedy and just having all the kind of either tropes or cliches or just having fun with it, right? It's just like this big. So I just wonder how your mind thinks when you're writing, because I would think you're like, there's jokes that are like more hard, simple laughs if someone falls down, that kind of thing. Then there's dry, weird things that go places you don't expect. And then there's the ones that are so off kilter that people who get them bond over them, that they don't necessarily kill, but friends will quote them to each other for long periods of time. Anyway, that seems to be, I mean, how much of the process of writing, do you get a big bulletin board and you're starting to put up ideas for scenes, kind of like SNL, or how did this one come about?
I mean, initially it was just truly the seed of the idea. I woke up on New Year's Day, 2019, hungover, and just that first like little concept of like, oh, there should be a movie about teens going to a party and like Y2K happens, machines come to get them. I pitched it to my friend Evan, who's a very talented screenwriter and filmmaker. We started riffing on it, and within a week we had essentially the building blocks for what the movie is and what it would be. I think the process was super fun. I think for a variety of reasons. One, like the movie follows essentially these teenagers and they all represent different cliques of the era. So there's like a rap rocker, there's like the popular girl, there's the sort of our lead who doesn't really fit in anywhere. There's like a kid who's really obsessed with underground hip hop. And one, it was like fun. I mean, because I perform as well, like I get to sort of inhabit these characters in the writing process and sort of riff in their voice.
What are you?
What am I in real life? Who am I
in the movie?
In the movie, I play a video store clerk. I wanted to be in it, but I knew I couldn't be like a proper teenager. But in the writing process, I feel like I'm taking over these characters to some degree.
That's interesting, because I would do it the exact same way. I wrote a script with a friend called Idiots and Monsters, and it's, that combination. And I would just get into the characters and just riff, and he was really fast with typing and stuff. Yeah. It's a good way to do it.
It's great. And then the other component is like, I was 15 in 99, Evan was 14. And like you were saying, in terms of the gags and the jokes, there are some like pretty, classic standard visual gags. But then there are like also very specific references to the era that I think like you won't understand really if you were alive. And then there's, I hate to say it, I actually don't even want to say it, but awkward humor, which I get.
Boner jokes?
There is definitely a boner joke.
Good.
Oh, now you got one ticket right over there. David Phineas Spade.
Did you say there's a babe that everyone loves? Isn't that usually in these movies that the girl everyone's pining over and she doesn't talk to you until this party?
That is Rachel Zegler as Laura in our film. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a big star.
When you did Brigsby's Bear, there was it became a little sentimental. I mean, there was that other lane underneath the laughs. Do you kind of have that sort of story element in this one too, or is it more just a balls out comedy, or is there a sort of a sweetness or something to how it ties up, or
combo?
Give away the movie before people see it.
No. Just tell the ending.
I mean, there's definitely, it's weird that I don't want to be the person saying this, but yes, I think that there is heart to it. And like, it's essentially really about two best friends and about their friendship and that person that like means so much to you in high school. And that sort of carries through the entire movie. And there's some sort of intense drama associated with it within the movie. But yeah, I mean, like, I love making Brigsby Bear, and it definitely like maybe leans into quote unquote dramedy territory or something like that. But that is something that is exciting to me. And with this movie, like we're certainly going for laughs. We're also going for like, scares, but there are like moments of attempting to like tug at your heartstrings. Whether we're successful about it, I don't know, but absolutely that there is a layer of that. Yeah.
It is interesting. You can go on YouTube and stuff and look at like how do you someone's in a shower and they open the curtain and what's the exact cutting and angle to scare you. But I assume you had a director of photography that would sort of say, okay, here this guy should pop out here. We don't see it. We cut there. I mean, it seems fun. I mean, I think those kinds of things are just exciting to land through.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, our DP was a guy by the name of Bill Pope, who is sort of a legend in his field. He shot The Matrix. He shot Clueless. He shot
Jesus Christ.
All the Edgar Wright movies. So, like, yeah,
the sheriff.
But he did not shoot the deputy.
No. That was a big misunderstanding.
So
what about A24? You're putting it out with? That's a big company. You're dialed in.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that, David.
Listen, that's a big deal.
No, you're doing what everybody I talk to when I always do if you had 300 million net, what would you do? Writers who write movies for studios and stuff. Every single one says, oh, low budget indies, it's lower budgeted indies with total control.
Yeah. Yeah. A24 has been truly awesome and kind of unlike any studio or company I've ever worked with in the sense that they just are very good at branding and marketing and putting it out there. It's been pretty impressive to see how they've sort of attached themselves to it and I think taken out the things that potentially could pull people to the theaters. It's just been a cool thing to observe.
You know what? Attach themselves is better than saying they're running from it.
They absolutely, and they have there were moments where it felt like maybe they would or could.
No, they seem to the average guy like me that's in the biz barely that they are pretty selective and they don't do that much.
Yeah,
and
they do.
So
they do
good, cool,
quirky,
things.
cool.
Yeah. That's good.
Paul
to get
Thomas
in with them.
Anderson does a lot of stuff with them. So when I saw this, even before I knew you were going to come on our show, I thought, oh, that's cool. Kyle, Mooney, and A24. I just thought it sounded like a good combo that they would be smart about.
There's a trust,
letting it be. You do your thing, hopefully,
and it would be good. It's not. They don't.
Did you finance it independently and then get with A24? Or you got with them and they were part of the financing, and that's how you made it, or was it a 2-step process?
No, they were there from the top initially when we had the early iterations of the script. Chris Storer, who created The Bear and is a director and producer, came on to produce. And then later on, Jonah Hill's company, Strong Baby, came on. And at about that same time, A24 came into the fold. And then like once we did like a couple passes, but truly it was one of those situations where once they were involved, things moved fast in a way that feels like very unique. Like I didn't think that it was going to happen as quickly as it did, and it did, and I truly feel blessed. Yeah,
Do you know why it's called A24? I do.
I feel like I read once, but I'm curious.
It's because when you look up a production company in the phone book, they put an A in front of it, so then you'll call them first. You know what I mean, Dana? Like in the old days in the yellow pages, they put A electrician, and then that's why you call them first, because it's the first one you see alphabetically. It might be.
Now, do you think that? Do you really think they're angling for the phone company?
Would that translate to
Lane?
box office?
Am I trying to back out of this joke?
This is what they did. I'm not saying it was.
No,
the right
I'm saying
choice.
this is 100% fact that they went in their white pages. They want to be.
I know we're doing a fun podcast and everything, but I'm not following you, David.
No, that's such a good one, and it just fucking
it's not that.
No, I like
take it to the rewrite table.
It's called an urban myth, but anyway, we'll get through the inside baseball. But how many days shoot did you get?
Yeah, 23.
I'm gonna guess 20. Okay, why?
You're gonna say 23?
No.
Well, Dana, do you want to guess or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess.
Say 29.
Because A24 is a pretty big outfit, and Kyle likes to spend money.
He likes to blow
that's
through
what
money.
Beck told me. So I'm gonna for fun, I'll say 32.
Jesus.
And now I feel like I need. It was
16. No.
It was. I think it was about 30 days. It was. Yeah.
I was going to switch mine to 29. I swear to God, I was going to switch.
It was like 6
David.
weeks.
Yeah.
Oh no, because I think Busboys is 24.
David's doing an indie film.
We're doing indie right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pizza Hut is producing.
I know all the lingo. Pizza Hut's
tight.
in a collab.
I feel like they did some early Ninja Turtles stuff.
God,
A24 didn't like his pitch.
I should have pitched it to them. We didn't want to pitch it to anyone. We're worse.
I could definitely intro you to some folks, man.
But he's going right into what you just did.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing January.
That's great.
Yeah. Well,
ours is called Y2J.
That's good. That works for the phone book thing. So
ours is called AY2K.
What is that lubricant? Y2K
jelly? KY jelly.
KY2K.
If I do a production company, it's going to be called KY Jelly.
Okay.
.com. Okay.
.com.
Okay.
.gasm.
So in the fantasy world, because this is I'm assuming you basically love the experience. Usually movies suck and there's too many chefs or they're long, hard shoots or someone drops out. I mean, so this sounds like just a pretty good experience in making this film.
I would say, I would say so. I mean, again, I had my friend Evan with me throughout the process. And so like, I don't feel, it felt more like a collaboration than just me. I didn't feel like the pressure was all on me. Again, we had Bill Pope. We had these incredible artisans.
Did Evan do Brigsby Bear? Who directed that?
That was directed by my friend Dave McCary, who I actually have known since I was in 5th grade. And he directed videos at the show for about 5 seasons, I want to say. But yeah, I mean, like with anything, I think we started writing, in 2019. We shot the movie in the summer of 2023, and now it's out. There's always like going to be, there were moments of doubts and frustration for sure, but overall it's been an incredible experience and I like it. And like, that's, I feel like a pretty important component is that I do feel like it's pretty good.
People don't get how to go from writing to pitching to writing. It's just like a sketch. It can all be good. And then suddenly the edit looks wrong and you're like, what fucking happened? It's
absolutely,
you're doing that best you can. And it just somehow does not cut together.
Every script at some point, I don't know what page number, say you're trying to get to 90 pages for a low budget comedy and you get to 40 or 45, and then there's just all this. There's a part where it gets really hard. At least my experience.
Well, that's why I always link with somebody who I know is going to be better at that than me. You know what I mean? Like, and Evan is really great at that. And Brigsby Bear, I wrote it with my friend Kevin, and I've written with Evan and Kevin. And like I feel like they're just very good at structure and like kind of leaning into like what the character payoffs and the arc and all of that in a way that like I wouldn't say it's my forte per se. So like it's good to have somebody like that to lean on.
When I do it, I just bark out funny ideas and I go, somebody write it down.
Yeah. Well, I think, and so many people do that at SNL too, I think. You know what I mean?
Don't they take notes of just the rewrite table? Of just people talking in case they come up with something funny? I've heard they transcribe. Is that crazy?
I'm sure they do. I mean, like
someone's just taking down while you're talking in case you run into something and they read it back and go, that was funny.
You're talking about at SNL.
Yeah.
You didn't experience this though. You think this is happening now?
No, we had no court reporters. We had low budget. But I feel like I've heard that about something, and they go, "Oh, read it back," and I'm like, "Oh, someone reads it back? Maybe it's during pitches or something." I don't know.
When I was there, there are definitely people that are taking notes during the pitches for sure. At rewrites, I don't remember anybody writing what was being said, but I was personally writing it down. I feel like you're hearing pitches from everybody else, and I'm like making notes on my script of like, okay, that's a good move.
Is rewrite
good
table
joke.
still on
9
where the old read through was?
It's an 8H.
Rewrite table is?
Oh, not rewrite. Rewrites of but the actual read through.
Read through is moved, but rewrites is still up on 17.
No. Oh, well, it's on both. They actually do. When I was there, at least, it was on 17 and 9. So there was the office on 9 that sort of overlooks the stage. I don't know if you know the one I'm referring to. Currently, it's by Lauren's office. On 9, and then they also have a rewrite table on 17.
They got 2 going.
Are you mad?
No, I'm. Yeah, I am.
It's a model.
This is as mad as I get. I'm like, it doesn't affect me at all. I should probably get mad about this.
I got tweaked. I got tweaked because I saw some of the dressing rooms, and I just had a couch and a sink. But the dressing rooms on 8H and up on 9, they're like, there's Christmas lights, there's jukeboxes, there's refrigerators. Yeah. So when you left, 80, Kate, and Pete left when you left.
Oh, you guys all together?
Did you convince them all to leave with you, or did you
blood pact?
I feel like, I don't know how it felt for you guys. Beck left the season prior, my 8th season, his 8th season.
Your buddy from USC.
Yeah,
so weird. You feel weird dangling out there without him?
That season that he left was like the quote unquote, I guess you could call it the COVID year. It was like, we had done the year prior ended with COVID. So we did those at home shows, but that season, which I guess was maybe 2020 going into 2021, was the first year where table read was moved to 8H. It was super spread out. We were testing every day, and each person you didn't share an office with anybody. Everybody had their own individual space and their own individual dressing room. And initially the audiences were really sparse. It was only first responders, and there would be 30 people max or something like that in the studio. So that didn't, I feel like Beck left that season. I think some of us, and I feel like 80 for sure said this, was I would like to experience one more year that's closer to the traditional version of it. So I don't know what our conversation was at the top of that season, but I do think that I had a sense that most of those folks were probably going to go.
So you didn't say you're going to go, or would anyone make you stay? Would anything change your mind? Or were you just you talked about it with the family? You're like, I think I'm done after this.
What was my personal reasonings? I mean,
he just had a good run, and you're like, it takes 9 years. Long. Yeah, it's too much.
9 is a good run.
That's, it pretty much came down to, yes, I feel like at that point, my close friends had left. I had pretty much done what I was capable of doing. You know what I mean? I don't know that I had a ton of new moves left. I feel like if the moment to break out further was going to come, I don't know how that would have transpired. So there was that component. And then, there was obviously just that amount of time. That's a long period to be in that environment. And then I had just gotten married and we wanted to start a family. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the family took.
Family came
That was
first?
That's definitely what I told Lauren. I want to have a family, man. And he's like, and I understand.
Well, we're your family.
Well, is there, because I'm around there now and young cast members and stuff. And so even during the summer, you're thinking about what's going to happen when you go in there, and maybe there's new cast members coming and going. And then, so there's this emotional weight. Even I think Kate McGinnon said it was just, she got kind of just exhausted to a point.
Oh, yeah.
Just needed to get away from
Well, it's unhealthy. I feel like you guys talk about this. We must all agree that it's not a healthy
we all agree.
place to be.
There's no air in there. It's like
I think
aside from everything else.
I was going for that, but you beat me to
I want to say that a producer over there, I'm pretty sure it's Eric Kenward who said this at some point. He's like, in whatever 20, 30, 40 years, there might be some sort of study about like PTSD associated with people who worked at that show, because it is such an intense onslaught. And like, yeah, it's definitely not good for you. There's no way it is. I mean, it is in terms of like what it teaches you and the fact that you have this massive platform. But you get what I'm saying.
Well, being unprepared and going on live, and it'll be in the cards, and seeing the writers trying to fit the puzzle, and you go and your friends see it or family members and critique it. Yeah, it is. It's just different than anything else. I think didn't Chris Rock say to you or somebody, like, if you can do SNL, if you can produce your own sketch and land it and go through that, then you can direct films. You have some sort of armor emotionally on you. Nothing frazzles you because everything is last second on SNL. And
well, you definitely become way less precious about your work. All of a sudden, well, one, you have to turn around something every week, right? I think that was like
that's the hardest part.
One of the most, and for me, that was one of the most profound things that I took from it was like, prior to working there, I would like make stuff or write stuff when I was inspired. And that could take, a couple months. It's like, okay, now I got an idea. I want to pursue this thing. Now you're in a situation where you have to come up with something every week to have a chance to be on TV essentially. And for me, it was like surprising that I found out that I could write something that I was okay with each week. Not that it necessarily ended up on the show or that it was brilliant, but at least something I was like, this is decent enough.
You have to run with a wispy idea. You're like, okay, I just finished the show. I wake up from the
just got back from the party Monday morning. You're sobered up.
What are you doing? What do you got? What is your long thought out sketch with all the beats? And you're like, it's nothing. I have nothing. I don't even know.
Right.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like, because I don't know if it was old fashioned, but I was worshiping the first cast, and the Coneheads would come on more than once. And so you'd have a character with a catchphrase, and then it gave you a baseline. So what were you had some reoccurring ones that would come back on Update or in sketches, or did you land many of those that you could then go, oh, I'll do this character this week?
No, I mean, certainly never anything like iconic that people are like, oh, Kyle's bringing Dr. Ding Dong back.
It's so good.
That actually, I'm going to pitch that.
Fucking please.
Dr. Ding Dong, and I'm just going to see if that can land. That's comedy writing.
And Kyle, we're going to do a ding dong with Fallon
this week.
And then eventually we'll get a dong from Kyle.
Maybe hold it for Margot Robbie. That'd be a fun week.
I had a few like, probably, but towards the end on Update, I was doing Baby Yoda, and I got to do that a few times, and that was fun. And there were a couple of video pieces that we sort of would return to. I don't know if I can really remember a time where like the show was asking for me to like, you got to do. Maybe there are a couple instances where like you should write like one of these sitcom parodies.
Please,
like
this week.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda, former child star.
Yes. Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen Baby Yoga hit the headlines.
Baby.
They're probably deep on whatever Mandalorian season something. I think they're making a movie.
Baby Yoda had a good run.
Did that happen during the, I don't know what, 2010 to 20, but teen, what they're called, they're not the knots. The secondary knots, I don't know. But being fanciful, I know Tina Fey early on in this mentioned Bowen Yang's iceberg character. And then I see people like Sarah doing very fanciful costumes and, big headgear.
Squirrel.
Like I'm Manhattan and there's a city on your head, which I love. I love it. It's just, I think that was a stylistic thing that wasn't as big when I was there initially, but I saw that come up and it's really makes me laugh. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I love what all those people, I mean, like Sarah is such a good example of like someone who I knew prior to her. I knew her work prior to her being on the show.
Oh,
and
you
like,
did.
Yeah. And she's the same person doing essentially a version of what she was doing then. And I think exaggerated and like perfectly for the show. And
it's good for the show. I think that fits right in.
Yeah.
I mean, if she gets it, sometimes it may be too far out for the show. But when I saw that squirrel one and it was funny because she's going after every punchline, and then I think someone in the band is trying to match it with noise from sticks.
Right,
it's
right. And then every time it's slightly off,
it's funnier,
much funnier. You know,
Yeah.
But I don't know what there are for me and others like me. I would get people saying, "Well, you're silly," and it's sort of like, you just get up there and you start doing your thing and acting silly, So what do they say to you?
Yeah.
Like, that's so easy. You're so funny naturally. You come up with
Just make it up.
They push you out on the sound stage.
They let me improvise a lot on the show. Just sort of like,
everyone's always improvising.
I think like for me, sort of, I guess the struggle was a little bit of like, I do have a peculiar voice and like, how much of it is like leaning too much towards like alt comedy versus like something that a mainstream audience can appreciate and be into. So sometimes there would be questions of like, what do you want to be? What do you compare yourself in terms of what we've seen? You know what I mean? And like kind of figuring out my space. And I think like ultimately, I'd like to think ended up pretty much doing what I would have done if I wasn't on the show to some degree. You know what I mean? I'd like to think I stayed pretty true to my, I guess, perspective, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would see that. I don't see you pandering or anything out there.
Wait, Dana, I just saw, this is a news flash.
Just a news flash?
I'm looking at his impressions and
oh, great.
It's so funny because I guarantee you half these you don't remember. A sign,
or they're just a look. I mean, right? They just give you a look.
He's got John Kennedy. Is it the John Kennedy that does the hearings? That we always talk about him.
Oh, I have no fucking idea. I don't.
This is just your Wikipedia page.
I was on I think WGN like a couple weeks ago promoting the movie, and like the anchor was like just listing off all these impressions, these like kind of
Bradley
like
Cooper.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure that like
Michael Jackson. You do Michael.
That I do remember. I actually think my Michael was pretty good.
Okay, good.
Can we get a little bit of Michael Jackson? Hey, I want a donut.
Hey man, give me a donut.
Why should I do it after you guys have already done it well?
I just did donut.
It's not good.
Never
always wants a donut. That
jam on it. Shit.
Okay, that's funny.
That was better than the donut one.
That's so funny. You should do him. He's about to go in. Michael Jackson
Man
about to get a root canal. Yeah. Michael Jackson right after a root canal.
Michael Jackson at
I love that because it's getting
put some jam on it.
I see. I like abstraction. I don't. Accurate impressions can be breathtaking.
But you guys, you know, Dana, for instance, that like you excel at that, and then there are those of us who don't. Like that's never been something that's been like a part of my toolbox or whatever. You know what I mean? I would get thrown in every once in a while. I would surprise myself and do an impression on the show where it's like, okay, I hit that. Pretty well, but like I never was like the dude in middle school or whatever, like doing the perfect Mr. Frank impression or something like that. Our history
teachers, yeah,
exactly.
What about a read through when you get one you're assigned and you get it right? Everyone erupts because they love it because you got it close, and then when you miss it, everyone goes, oh, they kind of they're like,
That's also, I mean, the journey from read through to like the state, like actually Saturday when it's like my Johnny Depp is feeling really good right now, and then it's like the live show, and all of a sudden I don't fucking know how to do this.
Have you ever had it stolen from you after read through? The sketch gets on and they replace you?
I'm sure yes, absolutely. I'm sure I have. I mean, like I've once all the celebs started coming through, like
fucking Dana stealing jobs.
I know. I said to Lauren, I just, you'll come back and you'll do all these. No, I just do Biden. And I have 5 catchphrases. I've done them 7 times. I'm running on fumes. I mean, so
it's funny. They go, who looks like Matt Damon? And we go, let's get Matt Damon.
Right. But I'm not like, Daryl Hammond or Kevin Pollak. There are people that are truly brilliant. I mean, sometimes they come to me, but sometimes I've been out there. When I was doing, they'd assign me someone. I don't really have a hook.
Oh, and that's what I think that, I don't know that this was happening a ton when you guys were there, but we were getting a lot of, I mean, I was there during a pretty intense, like long strung out news cycle. Like you know what I mean? I was there, Obama, Trump, COVID, Biden. And, like we would get we wouldn't often get the cold opens until like maybe Friday at 5 p.m., but sometimes we wouldn't get them till like Saturday at noon. And then you'd be thrown into like, you're going to play this, like, whatever, Louisiana senator. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, when they have women starting to playing, it makes me smile when I think about Kate McGinnon doing Giuliani. Yeah, because like I'm just going to do kind of a penguin-y villain with and just on a bat. And it's like Sarah coming out as Matt Gaetz. Just the look itself,
was so funny. Yeah,
it was so funny that Louis put together, and he's a Star Trek nerd, so it was completely.
Do you think there's a male cast member that says I want to play Matt Gaetz, or does Sarah just say I want to play Matt Gaetz?
I bet that producers are choosing Sarah. That's my guess.
Sarah, this will be funnier.
It is funnier. I think so. And David, I do want to say, I want to give you your impression props. I'm a big fan of your Tom Petty.
Oh yeah. Yes, Tom Petty. Let's go back and explain it.
You know that he had a whole thing because he used to open for me. What did you have in your trunk? You had
I had props,
a hat.
By the way.
You wore the Petty hat.
Petty hat that I stole off a valet in New Orleans. It was like a gray hat that he used to kind of wear. And then I had the skinny glasses that were like kind of colored. And I used to first say I'd put those on and do an impression of a girl on Adam 12, an old cop show. So I'd put like these hippie glasses and go, what are you going to do? Bust us, pig? That was the intro. Okay, then I'd put the carpet sideburns on, little piece of carpet.
That's right. You had the sideburns with the double-sided tape.
Carpet, yep. Needed double-sided tape at every gig. Mm-hmm. In my rider, I was an opener. No one had a rider, but I would bring it or the bit would fall apart. Couldn't do the bit. And then the hat, and then try to sing like him. And it was like it got up to be a closer. And then SNL, we did it. Me and Dana did him and Bob Dylan. I did it alone, but I didn't have that many.
But he was in, I feel like one of those sort
maybe
of we are the world. Yeah. I didn't realize that it predated the show.
I did. Oh yeah, I brought that one in.
Oh yeah, he was my opener.
And that guy.
I'm watching to see when I go on. I see the sideburns come out of the little suitcase. I see the hat, and I go, I got to get on deck. Get ready now. I got to follow this guy. And a lot of times I'm having him cut the mic right before that. I go,
and then you go, there was some sound problem. I didn't hear the ending, and I go, I know what happened.
But Spade was always like never. Like kind of trying to get the audience to love him. So he had a lo-fi kind of attitude. And it was really funny because toward the end of our little tour in the Northeast, he'd come out in shorts, like cutoffs, and kind of drape himself over the little stool mic stand with a Coke and go, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm coming out. Isn't that special?
Everyone's leaning in to hear me. Is this guy talking?
Isn't that special?
Special. Hit the reverb. It was August in the Northeast outdoor sheds, and I would sweat. One night I sweat all the way through my clothes.
90.
Gotta do it.
And that's
David's in the back. He's got a straw in the can of coffee.
I'm asleep in the back of the rental car. Are we done? Let's go. Head off.
Did you ever do stand-up, Kyle, or want to do stand-up? Or
I did. I would do it. I did it a few times. I got really. I think prior to getting on the show, I would do character bits. I would do stand-up shows, and I did this character, Bruce Chanlane, which I did at the show, which was like a shitty stand-up comedian, and that's something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I would do in clubs and stuff.
Can I hear a little bit of what a shitty stand-up comedian talks like?
Hey, good to be here, right? Good to be in LA, Los Angeles, city of dreams.
I like
it. Everybody's got a dream here, right? Yeah. Dreaming of getting across town in less than an hour.
That is a good dream.
Yeah, I remember this character.
Oh, you're still looking?
I love that. I say this to myself.
But then he would say something very depressed. But then he would be like, I do really need some help out here. And I think I might.
Right. He'd get kind of down.
Yeah.
I still do stuff like that to make myself laugh. If I go out there, to me, the funniest thing a comedian can say they're in Cleveland and just say, "What's up, Cleveland?" That's their first line. It's so funny to me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't say that. Yeah. I just go, Cleveland.
Yeah. There was a lot of, whenever I do it now, which I've not done in a while, but a lot of have you seen this? Right. It'll be like, of course, it's Christmas time. You heard about this? You seen this? That sort of thing.
How much money would it take to get Kyle Mooney to play a private party? You don't have to answer that, but I'm just saying it's funny to ask you.
I mean,
how much?
I have this bad comedian.
Yeah, I have a child, so now that I have to support, so I will do and take anything
for hire. No, he's for hire, like we all are.
Yeah, I mean, above 10K for sure.
Super Bowl commercial.
Oh boy.
Yes, please. This is what we all want, right?
Yes.
Most money for the easiest
bitterly
job.
say that everyone turned down commercials in the 90s because that's a sellout. And then I think about it and it frustrates me because we read ads hours and hours a week for any product. So we're
done being Pearl Jam and fighting the fucking power.
Right.
But I am happy when I see ex-SNL members doing giant commercial campaigns, knowing they're making a ton of money. It makes me happy. Good for it. Because selling out is taking money and being in a really shitty movie or something. But it's not selling out when everyone knows you're there to get a check to do the commercial.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's the opposite of selling out.
I am so eager to get in that game. I've had a couple of those opportunities, but if Bud Light is interested in doing anything with me, I'm fully in. So
yeah. People tell me I sell out every commercial. I go, you don't know me. I sold out starting during SNL. I was doing 1-800-COLLECT. Beep boop bop boop beep bop beep.
You did sell out early. Dennis and I talked.
Not enough.
No, not enough. Not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna think good thoughts about you getting a Super Bowl commercial or just some kind of long-term campaign.
I appreciate that
for a phone company or
Sure.
I see as like a tech guy. Like you'd be great, the guy in the store, like the Target guy or Apple helper guy.
Help you with your wiring.
Is more confusing or just passive aggressive or whatever you do with that. It'd be funny.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
Well, Dane, anything left for this young man who's answered everything we've thrown at him? And
I just casually, I just thought it was cool that I'm just such a fan of Jonah Hill. I just love the way he as an actor, he's somebody pops. It's pretty cool. His company was part of your film, Y2K.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they came on, that was really the moment that the movie came together and that A24 signed on. So and I feel like, he made Superbad such he was so incredible in that movie. And that movie has become such an iconic teen film that I feel like having that sort of association and that stamp, it does bring a lot of value to our
Is it flattering? I mean, probably must be. Like, does he call you up and stuff and say he's a big fan, or he reads the script, or it's something like, obviously he's a fan.
Yeah, no, he's always been he was. We sort of became aware of each other or met each other prior to me being on the show. He was a fan of our internet videos. He's from the LA area. I'm from San Diego, and I made these videos, these inside SoCal videos where like I play a San Diego bro essentially. And I know he really liked those. So he reached out early on, and then when he came, he hosted, I think, twice while I was there. And each time he came on, he's like, we should do something, maybe 3 times. And that's so special. I don't know how many times you guys got to experience that when like a host knows you and it's like, I want to do a da-da-da, you know what I mean? He's always been really cool and supportive for sure.
Now your budget couldn't have been too huge though. This isn't like Aquaman, right?
Yeah, I agree. I'd say it's not exactly like Aquaman.
It sounds like Aquaman the way you told me it, but
yeah,
it's got
and that might be that I'm pitching it poorly because I really don't want to give the impression that it's like Aquaman.
Well, Jason Momoa texted me during this podcast and said, "Man, I'm going to Y2K Friday night. You in, bro?"
He's like, "Dude, this sounds like a fucking ripoff."
Yeah, they're just doing Aquaman.
It's exactly doing Aquaman.
Yeah,
you're not even saying
your comedy
anything.
Safety belts because this movie is going to blow your mind. If you could do an ad with an announcer promoting Y2K, a television ad, what would it sound like?
If I could do
Y2K, they don't know what's going to happen. That kind of
thing.
You might get zapped.
Wait, here he goes.
Okay. Y2K. When do you guys want me to go?
Yeah, go.
1, 2, 3.
Y2K. Y2 not.
2K or Y2K? That's the question.
Why? Mooney.
Yeah.
Kyle. K.
Dr. Ding Dong.
Oh, here comes Dr. Ding Dong.
December 6th.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. We won't put you on the spot anymore.
Such a fan. I hope to see you guys at the 50th and hang out, and fan of the show and fan of you guys. So thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, boss.
It's been a thrill, and good luck with the movie. And I feel you're going to be doing a lot of films, and that's just a great career. Making films that you control and love, I believe. But
certainly do my best.
In between that, big ass fucking commercials.
Big ass.
I want my ass to be huge in these commercials.
All right, bye guys.
All right, take care, Kyle.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all this stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman. Dana, Patton Oswalt is on the show today.
Patton Oswalt, he is, I'm just going to say, he's a dandy. This guy has been in I love the figure speech, in our living rooms for decades. Great stand-up. Has a new game show we talk about. What was really fun for me is he is a movie buff. And I watched The Killers, the Stanley Kubrick film, 1958. So he was so excited to talk about that. And of course, Planet of the Apes fanatic. So all that is really a fun part of this. And then also he came through the whole San Francisco comedy club scene. I had left a little bit before he arrived, but he talks about how he became Patton Oswalt, how he became a great stand-up from all of his travails in that arena.
Super easygoing guy, easy to laugh. Had a nice time chatting with him. And we got into all that stuff. Even I jumped in on some of those movies that I knew. And we did break down the idea that sometimes Wikipedia pages are inaccurate. So that's true.
We do go into that for a while.
I usually try to find something on Wikipedia that they don't think is there. And I'm like, this can't be real. And then it usually is not real. And they're like, where did you get that? I'm like, it says it.
Yeah. There's some, I've had some funny stuff on my Wikipedia page. We talk about that. And so he was just a really fun, easy person to hang out with for an hour.
All right, here he is.
Patton Oswalt. Also, are there any other Pattons, really? I mean, there was a famous actor named Patton, right? Not you, but someone.
Well, there's a Paula Patton, and then there's a
last name though.
Yeah, and then who's that other great actor? Will Patton. But there's no first name Pattons.
And you're named after General Patton, which is pretty cool.
Dad was a Marine, had high hopes, and
I thought you were named after Paula Patton.
He was also he is weird. He actually predicted her becoming a star 3 years before he was like, I feel like there's going to be this actress.
Paula's great. I did a movie with Paula. She played my love interest, shocker of the century.
God, you're always the boyfriend.
Wow.
And guess what? She was a bit resistant to that. I think she was maybe she was cast first, or maybe she's cast. But I'm sure she's reading the script, and it was a Sandler movie, and I'm sure she's like, "Oh, I guess I could make out with Sandler." And then there's a little bit of a mix-up because when you read, actually, this is true. When you read the script, I'm the lead, and Adam's the second lead. So I read it thinking I was the second part. And Adam goes, "No, you're the other part." And I go, "That's the lead." And so Paul is probably reading it, going, "Oh, I just thought of that. Oh my God, it's horrible."
Was that where Sandler's a military assassin badass and you're kind of the nerd? Yeah.
I
thought that was good.
Yeah. That dance.
No, not Zohan. It was one of the Netflix ones.
It's all right.
But wasn't he also like an elite assassin?
Yeah.
He's always an elite something.
Elite something. Yeah. Oh man.
Have you ever gotten to play a badass in a movie?
Oh no. I'm always the guy.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So
I'm in a lot of badass movies, but I'm the guy either building the equipment or telling the badass, like, "Hey, be careful with this."
Building the equipment.
Yeah, I'm handing equipment over to people, like I'm giving Ryan Reynolds or Wesley Snipes a piece of vampire killing equipment or something like that.
I just sharpened the steak, sir. Yeah. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown a punch in a movie?
No,
and listen.
Here's where
to the sound effect.
I've never thrown a punch, but I was on Conan a few years ago, and they put together a reel. I apparently get my ass kicked a lot in movies and TV shows. So there's a whole thing from Magnolia and Justified and Burn Notice where I'm just getting either killed or horribly beaten up or tortured.
So you were in Magnolia?
Yes.
Because that's kind of a work of art as a movie. I mean, it's brilliant, right?
It's brilliant, but anyone who works with Paul Thomas Anderson will tell you, they don't give you the whole script. They send you your pages.
Oh, so ballsy.
So all I had was, I'm beaten up in a casino, and then I'm in a green wetsuit, and I'm hanging in this tree in the valley, and they're dumping Arrowhead waters over my head to keep me from passing out because it was so hot. And I said, "Paul, what the fuck is going on? What is this?" And he just said, "I'll just put it this way. You're the first frog that falls out of the sky, and it'll make sense to you when you see the movie."
No, it won't.
You'll be even more confused when it happens.
Go watch Magnolia.
So Tom Cruise got the sides, and it just said "respect the cock," and he didn't even know the context of that.
I think I feel like maybe Tom Cruise's people were able to go, "Can we see the whole script?"
Few extra pages.
Yeah, but when you're at Patton Oswalt level, they're like, "Here's your page. We'll see you in Reno in 2 weeks."
Yeah, I got
with David just gets stage directions. You just get stage directions on that. You don't even get dialogue.
Grown-ups just said, "You have shorts on." I said, "All right, well, I'll do it."
Yeah. I can. Hey, hang on. I can use shorts. Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Can they be pleated? Let me talk to Adam. We'll get back to you.
Oh, you mean those little miniature script pages that people have in their pocket?
Mini sides.
Mini sides. Hell yeah.
Woo! Bringing out the mini sides.
Sometimes I'll look in movies. I'll look in the pant legs and see if I can spot either mini sides or cell phones. You always look for the little mini sides folded up.
Oh, yeah. You look at Game of Thrones and you see a 7-Eleven cup and some mini sides, and you're like, oh, wait, when was this shot? I thought it was 1440. They had blackberries then.
Didn't they literally have to go in and do like CGI to get rid of a Starbucks cup in an episode of Game of Thrones near the end? Because it was apparently so chaotic at the end that they just couldn't, they were all
shit. I heard some guy, Kit, maybe it was the car from Knight Rider, but someone named Kit was saying that that it was so hard at Game of Thrones. They go, people didn't like the ending, but you know what? We just wanted to get out of there. It was too much, like freezing and windy and all the things you don't even think about. You're wearing 48 pounds of armor every scene and a pelt of a goddamn walrus. You're like, guys.
Yeah. Well, it's always interesting when you talk to crew members about what are good movies, and they're like, yeah, oh my God, you did Crew on There Will Be Blood. They're like, that sucked. It was just like dust and wind. And you're like, oh, you also did Alvin and the Chipmunks too. That was a great movie. We were on a cruise ship. There was a buffet. Like their perspective on filmmaking is so different than ours. When we're going for art, and they're like, no, I will happily do. Are you kidding? Grown Ups 3, greatest movie ever made. It was so much fun.
Shit, yeah. That the crew has a good time too because they sit in truck. Most crews sit in trucks. I mean, it's you have to have someone for everything if you're listening. So if you say Adam goes, we need a bow and arrow. Call props? Then props runs up and goes, we have a bow and arrow, and he's like, let me check the truck, which means no.
Yeah.
And then they have to send someone to go get one, but it's just you don't want to waste time, so everything's there in case of whatever.
Yeah, they go through the script and they try to imagine every possible thing that might get riffed on the day. Oh, he might want this. Let's have it.
Well, comedies are horrible. Like I'm sure on PTA's movies, it's very precise. But with movies that are comedies, you're ad-libbing, and there's some things where they go, hey, you come out of here. Like I came out of a closet in one of the Grown Ups movies from a hangover, and they go, oh, what if you had one of the sweaters on from one of the women because you're just drunk? Okay. Then that did turn into, what if you have a bow and arrow? What if you have a hat on? What if you have a catcher's mask on? And then they just went into props and go, what's the funniest shit that would be in a closet that we wearing all of it? And then we came up with like 8 things. And the last one was, I take the coat off and I've got one of those breast pump things on that the wife had earlier. So I'm like, there we go. Finally.
Did it jump the shark at any point, or was it just funnier?
It actually got funny because we took half a day to go through each one and go, which one is the funny one? Which one's the last one? And then the dog came out after me. And everyone was like, oh.
There you go.
And they said something like, always with a blonde, because the dog was like a golden retriever. You can't make it funnier, Patton.
I just imagine the props people walking in the truck going, the comedians are riffing again.
That's what I'm saying. Is riffing on movies.
Here we go. Oh, God. David Spade has some ideas.
We're
going to make some coffee. We're going to be here late.
Oh, he's brainstorming.
Triple
Someone
overtime.
tell him he's not one on the call sheet. We don't need to hear his ideas.
What was that story that Michael Keaton told when his little son was in like kindergarten and they did like career day? Like, what do your parents do? And Michael Keaton was kind of pumped up, like, because his son had visited him on sets. Thinking, oh, he's going to, my dad's movie star. And then when they got to his son went, my dad lives in a trailer. He just said, that's what he thought his dad did for a living. He went and sat in a trailer all day.
It's true.
He never saw him actually on the set.
No, he just 9 minutes a day.
Yeah, he visited him in a trailer.
I mean, Batman, those movies are like, they say they shoot a quarter page a day. So it's mostly stunts, and then you got to be on some wires and a green screen.
And
I complain because I'm not in them.
I imagine you're bolted into that costume. Like they're apparently on the Christian Bale ones, like he has to like lean against the wall. Like, like when you do a period thing and the dresses between shots, they have the women like lean because they don't want to, you can't sit down. They don't want you to mess with the dress. That's how it is with a bat. He kind of leans on this plank against the wall to keep the costume okay.
Yeah, you can't.
Do the agents and managers come and
day.
Visit him? Does his team come and visit him?
Well, you're like, it's their way of going, you're literally a prop. Like we are leaning you against the wall in between these shots. We can't.
I know, it's always just your eyes and those things. You're like, hey, that's Ben Affleck. No, it's George Clooney. Well, either way, get stuffed in this thing and then jump around.
How great by the way, how happy is Robert Downey Jr.? He's got Iron Man and now Doctor Doom, they're going to have close-ups of his face that he'll shoot in some studio, and the rest is a stuntman in a suit. Like, it's the best job ever.
And isn't it
thinking of
62 million or no for the 2 movies?
It's insane.
It's something that he doesn't need. It's also, what was it? Deadpool. Not. Deadpool has that costume on, which it took me 3 movies to go, wait, when is it him? When is a guy gesticulating in scenes in a 2-shot and Ryan just, voiceovers a whole scene? I don't know.
Well, it's very smart on his part. He has a business empire. I mean, he's doing so many things. He only does 2 days on Deadpool. The rest is the
out of 300.
And then counts his moolah.
There you go. Moolah.
So, Pat, one thing I find interesting about you and comedians in general, stand-ups, you're on the road, and what is there to do? So you try to see a movie.
Yes.
So, and your thing, you wrote a book about it. You're like downtown, but I saw a lot of movies because that's how you feel that day.
Yes.
And I did see a list. I don't know if it was legit, but it was you were online going top worst sci-fi movies and top best.
Yes. Well,
I'm sure it was just off the top of your head. There's some missing here.
Yeah. Well, it was also that thing. My work, because I've been in enough movies now to know that even the quote unquote worst movies, people broke their back making those things. Like they really worked hard.
Right.
So to me, a bad science fiction movie is one that has a great premise and they don't run with it. Like they just kind of, or they don't have any fun with it. So, weirdly enough, like a movie like Deep Blue Sea is on my top 5 worst thing, even though I say it is the most insanely entertaining bad science fiction movie. Like the whole premise is nuts, where they're trying to cure Alzheimer's and they need to operate on these sharks. But the side effect is the sharks become super intelligent. So you're like, wait a minute. So to help stop grandma pooping in her pants, the sea is now filled with genius level, unstoppable killing machines.
I love it.
That's kind of brilliant.
Feels like a Michael Bay movie.
That pitch sold in about 8 seconds in Hollywood.
Exactly. Yeah. So I love that kind of thinking.
They could have gone so far where the sharks have to do the operations because they're the smartest ones now.
Oh my God, that would have been brilliant if the sharks become so intelligent.
Yeah.
That they start experimenting on us. That would have been a genuinely brilliant bonkers twist.
Because you don't see it coming. You're like, oh my God, shark's like scalpel and his little fin.
Deep Blue Sea again. Yeah, it's not too late.
Do it again. Yeah. Good cast. I'm looking it up. Saffron Burrows, love. Sam Jackson comes with any project.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane, LL Cool J, Stellan Skarsgård.
Skarsgård, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I like to buy an S.
I just want to bet.
Sam Jackson has a scene. It has one of the best scenes in a movie. I don't know. Have you guys seen Deep Blue Sea?
No.
Okay.
David
knows what I don't want to spoil the surprise for you, Dana. Okay. I will say when the thing happens, I saw it at the Cinerama Dome, and the audience gave it a standing applause. They were so happy. It was a genuine, I did not see this coming. Yes, thank you. This is fantastic.
Should you tell Dana? I don't know. Maybe.
All right. I'll tell
I don't think it would hurt
Pause
me.
It for a second if you don't want to hear this.
I kind of have a sense of what the speech might be.
Well, in the middle of the movie, Sam, they're like, the situation is dire. They got to get themselves off this lab. And Sam Jackson, and this is right after Pulp Fiction, and he starts one of his Sam Jackson speeches where he's talking about, if you think water is bad, try ice. I was trapped on a mountain. And it is this build, and then a shark comes out of the water and just bites him in half, like in the middle of Sam Jackson. It is so goddamn perfect. And you know that when Sam Jackson read that, when they gave him the script, he was laughing his ass off and went, there's no way I'm not doing this. Yeah. This is going to be fantastic.
No one saw it coming. Kills.
Once in a while, it occurs to me that I think Samuel L. Jackson may be the American movie star in the last 30 years. Only because of all the different quadrants he occupies. Go ahead.
Well, also because he's just one of those guys that when he's on screen, what do you do with everyone else? You're completely drawn to him. It's ridiculous.
Just get out of the way. Except Travolta was pretty good with the weird haircut in Pulp Fiction as far as holding his own,
Yes.
Yeah, they call it, what do they call a Big Mac in Paris? What was that one?
Mac? That Royale with cheese. Well, Travolta was also smart enough to go, this guy is on fire. I'm just going to lean back and just comment on his stuff rather than try to overdo him. If I just kind of hang back and go, like that will give me that kind of focus.
Travolta had that gear, when he's dancing with Uma Thurman, the minimalism he's doing with it is so charismatic.
Versus
it's the smallest dance ever. He's barely moving, but it's just like electric.
He probably said I did Grease. I did Saturday Night Fever where I was just huge dancing, and I can't do it again. I'm going to go small. Plus, that was a comeback movie, right? So he's probably saying, I don't want to steal focus. I don't want to. I mean, a lot going on for Travolta in that movie.
Here's the weird thing about when they call Pulp Fiction a comeback movie for Travolta. It was a comeback, I guess, in terms of getting to do really good movies. But people forget when he did Saturday Night Fever, he took a cut of the soundtrack. When he did Grease, he took a cut of the soundtrack. Oof. That guy was not in any need of a comeback. He was fine. No. So it was just like, this movie be in it. Apparently, Tarantino had seen Blowout, which when Travolta made it, he had really bad insomnia, which is when you watch it, he's kind of like haunted and foggy and weird. And that's where Tarantino was like, that's the performance I want. I want that character.
And he did Lucas Talking. Tarantino, so he was still out there. But the thing is Tarantino has this knack for the casting that's amazing. And he was going around town with Travolta, and he said it was like being with Elvis or the Beatles. This was, he'd already wanted him. That wave was so big that a 3-4 year gap where maybe he wasn't out there as much. He actually came to visit Saturday Night Live just to see what it was like to be a host. He was just hung out for a week. And he talked about, you get your mansion, forgive the impression, you get your mansion in Maine where it's not so expensive. You fly your plane in there. He was so set, to your point, complete businessman. To get a piece of Grease, the publishing rights on
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest soundtracks in history. And you can't ever be that level of fame. You can't 2 in a row. And then he was always famous, but he probably wanted to get another big movie. But Pulp Fiction
Could I play a game with Patton?
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 best science fiction movies of the 60s. I'll pick 2. 2 best science fiction movies of the 70s.
Nice.
David picks the winner.
I'm too young for this game, but go ahead. I'll play along.
I'll pick
David
2.
David is a Dewey ingenue. Why are we making him do our old man cinema game?
I will just tell you which ones I've heard of.
It's for our audience. No, I'll be curious. I have a sleeper one that you may not think of.
Okay. So from the 60s?
The 60s. 2 best from the 60s versus 2 best from the 70s. I just made this up, by the way.
No, that's 2 best from the 60s. I'll go with Planet of the Apes.
Whoa.
And which really has aged well and is kind of brilliant. And this is it's such an easy pick, but it's such a good movie. 2001: A Space Odyssey is so friggin' brilliant.
This is something you might appreciate. When they reissued it at the ArcLight, it's gone now. Yeah. I saw it 5 times over a period of 6 weeks. And the final time, it was only one guy down below in the dome and me. It was like a private showing. I got possessed by it.
And that's where it literally, it's the center, the screen like bent it a little bit. It was so widescreen.
It's ridiculous. It's a meditation. It's so brilliant. It's I don't even know how Kubrick does it. I want to ask you a quick question because I just love movies. Yeah. Why is it that I'll see the modern, Planet of the Apes sequels versus King Kong, whatever, with CGI, and they're perfectly okay. Mm-hmm. What is it about the magic of Planet of the Apes? Why, even though it was prosthetic makeup, I mean, I have my own ideas. Why does it hold up so brilliantly? I mean, and I have my ideas, but I think you would have the same.
Because of what you just said, the limitations they had in terms of technology and makeup, and they still pulled it off. And
it's very real.
Some of the shots. That shot of Charlton Heston running, and then he almost hits the camera, and then they zip over and rack focus to the gorilla on the horse. That must have been so
the big
hard
reveal.
to pull. And it's like you're just stunned because it doesn't pop out. He's just standing in the field, like doing this thing, which makes it even more freaky when you see it happen. There's just, and also, not to drop a name, whenever I talk to Quentin about that movie, what Quentin loves about that movie is Dr. Zaius is completely right. The villain of the movie is Charlton Heston. Zaius is trying to stop him, and he succeeds in the end. He's like, walk down that beach. I'll tell you who you are. And he does. He's like, oh, we're the reason.
It's the craziest ending, by the way. That gave me the chills.
It's still chilling to this day. And when they do, like, okay, when they show, when you see the Statue of Liberty, no music, just the sound of the waves. And he's just there, and we're
so
gone. Like,
scary.
it's so final. It's so final.
Heston in the mature Heston, post Ben-Hur Heston, the Soylent Green Heston, the Omega Man Heston, is so magic. One thing also, I was taking my son to see one of the new Planet of the Apes years ago.
Yeah.
And the very first shot is the ape face comes down on the screen. And it was the first reissue. And I remember that 20 minutes of Rod Serling, I guess, dialogue in the desert.
Yeah.
And all this anticipation, as opposed they get off the ship, they get to the shore, and then they see the monkey on the horse. So that, I'm a grumpy old man, but it was so magic just having them philosophize walking through this planet,
What about Charlton Heston saying another crazy big part of a movie, Soylent Green is people? It fucking gave you the chills. You're like, what?
Yeah. And they really leave it hanging that they almost establish, like, he's screaming it, and you almost think, I bet if they told all these starving masses that, well, you're eating recycled people, a chunk of them would go, all right, as long as I don't die. Like,
it's been working so far.
Terrifying. Yeah, that's what's so terrifying about it.
He was screaming at no one.
No, but Edward G. Robertson in that movie. I mean, that's the thing about great science fiction, when it hits you that emotionally and you're not even really ready for it. But yeah.
By the way, I'm sure you guys know movies, but I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know HAL 9000 in 2001?
Oh yeah.
You know the joke in that, right?
No.
HAL. Go to the next letter of the alphabet for each of those letters.
HI.
IBM.
AB.
It's IBM.
IBM. Okay, just a little insight.
Little Easter egg.
A little Easter egg.
A little Easter egg.
Okay, well, Dana loves that movie. Isn't that one of your top movies ever, Dana?
Yeah, I would say, well, what's a better topic for a film than how did we get here? And this plausible thing of that we were seeded by aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, what is a better moment than throwing the bone in the air turns the spaceship? I'm sorry, maybe it's cliche at this point.
But but at the time, that must have also been stunning. And it's also, there's another little hidden jab at humanity where at the beginning, the aliens come down, they seed us with intelligence, and they help us fight over a fucking water hole. And we win this hole. Yeah. We win the hole. And then that bone becomes a satellite going around the moon. And what are we doing on the moon? We're fighting with the Russians over a hole that we've dug in the moon with another thing in it. Like, we're nothing's actually changed. The technology different, but we're all the same fights are going on, same bullshit. Yeah. So I just love that there's that little, we're just fighting over holes in the ground.
And what Kubrick did cinematically is he kind of blurred out a little bit the apes. He made it surreal in a way.
Yes.
There's a diffuseness to it. It's not that detail. And then go ahead. I could talk about that forever.
No. And we'll
have you back. Yeah, go ahead.
But a lot of it is shot in long or wide shots, almost like you're watching a nature documentary. They don't bother getting in close because the personalities don't matter. You're just watching I didn't think about that. You're right.
Then the effect on the when the ape opens his mouth after winning the battle, with the electronic effect on his growl, like those choices by Kubrick. You just sort of like I watched The Killing.
Oh God!
A couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because I'd seen Paths of Glory also in the last year, which blew my mind. Another Kubrick film from the 1950s. But The Killing is just, I mean, it's heartbreaking. It was one of the first times I'd seen in a movie. Who was the actor who played the
Sterling Hayden?
Oh no, not Elijah Cook Jr.
Poor Elijah Cook.
He plays the cuckold to the woman who doesn't love him at all and uses him, and he's so heartbreaking. But anyway, what do you guys think of? Because the Time Machine.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Really quick, I just love that when Sterling Hayden goes to buy the big suitcase to put his money in, he walks out of that pawn shop, and there's a poster for a strip club next to him. Performing that night, Lenny Bruce, which was just they were on the street, and there was Lenny Bruce is over there. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah.
And the little dog, and the money flies everywhere. It's just it's so great. Time Machine. Not saying it's a perfect movie, but I saw that as a kid. And the first part of it with Rod Taylor with the time machine, and you see the clothes changing, pretty magic.
Yeah, and the friggin' Morlocks are really disturbing. Just pulling those Eloy down into the ground.
Yeah,
that stuff is still creepy as hell.
I know. So anyway, you guys want to talk about movies or stand up? No,
I want to hear
about
Six Pack. Then I will get off of it.
I figured that's so bad it's good, right?
That is one of those things back in the early days of IMDb, you could write anything you wanted, and someone added that to my IMDb, and I've just never changed. I just love that it's just there. There's also some stuff in my Wikipedia that is so blatantly untrue, but I'm like, I don't want to change it. I love that, like, his comedy deals with cuneiform calligraphy. I'm like, great, leave it there. Mm-hmm, great. Right. Have it be there. Good.
I put one in mind about I used to house like baby weasels or something, and something dumb that stayed in there forever. And the same thing get asked about. But I just looked up Six Pack. Gorgeous Diane Lane. Kenny Rogers as Brewster Baker. It just looks like a movie I would have killed
sounds
over.
Fun.
The poster is exactly that fun, cartoony, Smokey and the Band, whatever, that style from the old days. Everyone's like a cartoon animated drawing.
Yep.
Looks great. Looks fun.
Really quick, I got to shoot Kenny Rogers on an episode of Reno 911. And, so I got to hang out for a day with him, and he could not have been a cooler guy. He was just the most chill, fun. So I feel like Diane Lane and everyone in that film was like, yeah, we hung out with Kenny Rogers and did a race car movie. It was great.
Of course.
So did you ritually assassinate him, or did you just shot him casually? Were you?
He's doing a book signing, and the Reno sheriff department is doing all the security around. They're doing so much security that no one knows where the book signing is, so no one is showing up. And then I'm this crazed guy, they dress me up like Mark David Chapman, and I go, "What condition is your condition in, Kenneth? I'm kind of bobbing up and down there to totally ignore me, and then I just
sounds funny.
And I go, "I love you, gambler," and I shoot him in the stomach and run away.
What a
Gambler's
fun episode.
The funny part. You're giving him respect. I love you, gambler.
Exactly. I love you, gambler. And then the police, all the Reno guys around him, and he goes, "Go get the mall security. I need protect." Like, he doesn't want them helping him. Like, go find mall security, please.
Here's an impression of a Kenny Rogers concert. He walks out to applause. He starts to sing, and someone goes, "Do gambler."
Yeah.
His whole life. Do it. He goes, "I already did it at the beginning. Do it again."
Do gambler. Do gambler.
Do gambler. Gambler.
Do you find
in the middle of every song
interesting as far as Wikipedia pages? Because when they put something on mine too. It's on my Wikipedia page. I was previously married to a woman named Leah. And then people just assumed it was true. And I go, no, it's not true. And then they always go, but you must have known someone named Leah. No.
Was it a fling?
Completely made up. Well, you might have dated someone or someone. No.
So she's totally out of the picture now. And you're like, no, never in the picture.
I don't know if you've experienced that. People, well, you must have. No.
So it was an acrimonious divorce because you kept her off your Wikipedia page then, right?
Then they go to that. The more
so you had a deal
you
to not bring her up.
It sounds like you're hiding something.
You have an NDA.
There's no way to ever escape it.
It's always guilty.
And then cut to like 5 years later. So you're married to a woman named Leah? Yeah. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, fuck
like
it.
he just
Yeah.
completely beat
Leah,
down.
Leah.
Ever think of
Leah.
getting back with Leah?
I got Leah off camera right now.
Oh, what about down Periscope? Listen,
Oh,
Patton,
Okay, let's get into some. Yeah,
hell
what,
yeah.
what year was that? Because listen, down Periscope.
It's a fun movie.
You know, stupid
Literally.
Dana and I have the same manager,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Got a movie for you, down Periscope. They want to see you. All you got to do is show up, go have a meeting." And I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "Let me ask you something. They just told me you're the only guy that came into a movie with the part and left without it." I go, "Why? What happened?" He goes,
That's a nice manager.
He goes, "You talked him out of you." I go, because whatever the part was, I didn't think it was right for me. And so I kind of just talked to him about it and left thinking, I don't know what I'll do when I get this offer. And he goes, "Oh, there's no offer." They said you walked in and told me you didn't want to do it. And I go, no. I just said, and then I was like, I kind of did. I don't know. That was the weirdest meeting I've ever had because that's what happened. But down Periscope, I go, it was sort of up my alley. Maybe it was I was playing the exact same thing I just played or something stupid. I don't know.
What year was that, by the way?
Yeah, what was that?
95.
Okay, so you were famous at that point, David.
No. I had done one.
But not you, Patton. You were not, but David was.
No. David was.
Oh, yeah.
David
Well,
was.
what did you do in that? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out this movie. Kelsey Grammer was the lead.
I literally
Right?
have one line. It's what got me my SAG card.
Oh, funny.
I'm
Year before.
scrolling down IMDb cast. I'm running out of batteries.
Exactly. Keep
there
going.
You go.
plug your laptop in.
Now,
David's never done this on the podcast. This is very cool that you're looking up stuff.
I'm looking up stuff because I looked up The Killing and I looked up.
I know. Well, it's one of my favorite podcasts I've ever been on. I love talking
movies
about
do older
movies.
people like. I was trying to
do it all. I could do it literally all day. I'll talk about Up Periscope or Down Periscope in the sequel Up Periscope all day long.
Yeah. It was one of those movies where I was just in the background, but I was established in the background. So I was there like almost every day and got to hang out with Toby Huss and Rob Schneider and just like talking to, and we're just like hanging out. It was really, really fun. And just listening to people's stories, and because I'd never been in a movie, I was like, I don't know what this is. And everyone just put you, and then at one point, because then I got a writing job on Mad TV. And they went, you have to start next week. And I'm like, oh God. And I went to the director and I said, look, I have to start this writing job next week.
We have to shut down production for a while.
Yeah, you're going to need it. Can we mothball this submarine set? And,
I'll tell Kelsey.
Yeah, I'll break it to him. No, but the director was, oh, hey, no, he was so chill. He was like, yeah. And this next scene, when they succeed, like they do this whole war game thing, just get up and walk down the hall like you walk off. So I physically just walk off of a submarine, I guess, in the middle of this movie. I'm just gone.
I love it.
So weird. Like, all right, bye.
Funny.
I got to go start another job.
And as far as when you did this, because it overlaps with you're younger than I am, but you spent 3 years in San Francisco in the San Francisco comedy scene. So there's a familiarity with people I know and or Larry Bubbles Brown or Mark Pershawn or I don't know.
Mark Pitta.
Mark Pitta, whatever. Larry Bubbles Brown, I talk to him all the time. He's one of the sweetest guys.
Alex Bennett.
Yeah.
Alex Bennett. I love Bennett. I love Larry Bubbles Brown so much. I remember one night I was standing outside the Holy City Zoo and Larry Bubbles Brown was like headlining and I'm standing out there with Kevin Kataoka and some other comedians. And this couple walks by and they're like, Larry Bubbles Brown, I keep hearing that name. He's a comedian. What does he do? And as they're saying that, the door to the Holy City Zoo opens, like someone went outside to get a smoke, and you just hear, suck it, whore. And then the door closes. It was so perfect. What does he? Oh, that's what he does. Okay, good.
He's the one that when we were doing Secret Life of Pets 2 press, you brought up where he and I are possessed by John Wayne because we're such cowards.
Yes.
That we love that John Wayne isn't only never afraid in his movies, but he's literally furious at the idea that anyone else could be afraid.
Yes. He's just so, in the searchers, he's like yelling at people for being upset that other people have been killed.
Yeah. He's in a submarine with Walter Brennan. It's like, Well, take her down, Pappy. Dude, we can't take her down. The whole submarine's going to explode. I said take her down. You'll take her down, all right. Don't make me do what I did last time. But he never says what he did. But anyway, we riffed on that for 5 hours in a car once. And it was recorded.
You had him as the Pope at one point, and it was so friggin' funny. Him trying to do like the Catholic Mass, but it has that John Wayne outrage attitude to it that made it even better.
I'm not sure I believe, Duke. I'm losing my faith. You'll believe what I tell you to believe, Pappy. I'm the Pope, for crying out loud. But we use it all the time just to bolster ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
What, did you ever work with Bobcat? Was he around?
Bobcat yeah. One of the first, right when I was starting becoming a comedian, I got to see him at the Warner Theater in DC, and then he let me come backstage and talk to him for a bit, and we've since become friends. I'm actually attending his wedding reception this Sunday.
Wait, it's Bob or Tasha?
Bob, Cat, and what is his new bride's name? I'm blanking on her name.
Oh, I was thinking he has a daughter named Tasha. Or
his daughter's named Tasha.
Yeah.
And she's like, I think she's a costumer now. She does wardrobe.
Oh, how fun! I haven't seen her since she was a baby.
Isn't he from Indiana, or is he living there now, or no?
He lives in He lives in Indiana, and he owns these 2 ducks, and he traveled cross country with these ducks. He has these pet ducks, and was sneaking them into hotels. And at his wedding, the ducks were the 2. They went down the aisle with their little bow ties to him. Like he's just. I know he's originally from Boston, and he directed my third to last special. And his daughter did all the wardrobe for me. Yeah. So he's such a brilliant director. We're such good friends. I'm so
you and he would match up nicely. He is incredibly interesting to talk to.
Dana, he got me when I did a Police Academy movie. I think some people knew that he was in it. So I was doing stand-up. I was new, but he helped me out. I opened for him for a while. You know, he told me here's a good piece of advice, Patton.
What?
Let me hear this. I was on the road with him, and he was doing like fucking 2,000-3,000 seaters, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And he'd throw, and it's really different to be a newer comic and do a club and then do a big theater. And so he said, the reason you're getting heckled so much, first of all, it's another way for saying bombing, was he said, quit asking the audience questions. He said, every bit started with, have you guys seen this new Michael Jackson video? Well, and they all go, no. And then I go, have you seen this John Wayne movie? And they're like, for some reason, he goes, quit starting with that. Just say, I saw this new Michael Jackson video, and don't give him a chance to jump in. I was like, oh, that's such a great observation. Because I was leaving myself open every premise, and I'd get interrupted, and then I was spinning out. So that really helped a lot of it. That shows you my act. Have you seen 7-Eleven? Everyone's like, yes, go ahead.
This exercising thing?
Yeah. What? Have you heard of it? I'm waiting for an answer. These are rhetorical, by the way.
How many years were you in it when you had that revelation?
That was like 2 years.
Okay.
A little too late.
I used to love going to watching like open mics, even when I was an open micer, and you would see people that they understood the rhythm of comedy, but they didn't understand how you used it in context. So they knew all that. So I remember seeing a guy, I've never forgotten this. He was on stage. He's like, yeah, the black on black crime is really getting out of hand. Right, ladies? Like, wait, no, that's not like he goes,
bring the ladies into it. And you're like,
no, guy, that's not how you.
That doesn't. It's something not working there. Abort the mission. Abort the mission.
Am I right, fellas?
Yeah, fellas, back me up. I love stuff like that. That whole, when you have to, sometimes you learn the rhythm before the content, and that can make for some really, really funny moments.
What was your go-to club in San Francisco then? Did you ever play Rooster Teeth Feathers down in the peninsula?
Hilarious.
In Sunnyvale? Did you play?
I played Rooster Teeth Feathers once, and then he never asked me back because his mom didn't like me. Mom,
and she was at the door collecting the money.
At the door.
Right?
Oh, really? Like, I just think he's mean and he seems upset. And I'm uncomfortable when I come on stage. And then I said to the guy, I go, well, is your mom buying a room full of drinks? He's like, that doesn't matter. Then that's what sealed my fate. Like I shouldn't have mouthed off, but I couldn't.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd headline and I'd say,
great.
I have a couple guests, and it would be a kerfuffle. She'd be like, well, what, can't they pay? Or what? Well, I'm the headliner. I mean,
I fucking was, well, I was opening. You were the headliner, but I went down there and stayed at some dog shit hotel. I walked a mile the next day because I didn't bring any money. Well, I didn't have any. I just said I didn't bring any, but I didn't have any to bring.
Right.
So I walked down after one show and I said, hey, can I get a draw? And I think it was her. And then she said, a draw of what? I go, I just need some money. This is a secret.
They give you an ice cold beer and push you out the door.
A comedy secret is, you want to borrow some money for the week that you're going to make that week. So eight shows. I'm probably making $400.
But a draw sounds
She goes,
fancy.
how much? I go, I don't know, maybe $100 just for food for the week. And she goes, you've only worked off about 77. And I'm like, she goes, I can give you that. I go, am I going to make a break for it now? I mean, the show's in 4 hours. I'm coming back just in case. Here's your 71, 72. And I was like, Jesus.
I love that. I love the Deadwood mentality of like, well, you panned this much gold, so we can give you $2 or a clean woman. Which one do you want?
I'll take one chicken.
Yeah, I'll have a whole chicken and a 25-cent beer,
bag of seed.
I'll work for that. I'll work for Pete Moss.
Yeah, I didn't go give me a couple of grand and I will. She goes, hey, you're only making 400. I'll worry about that. She's like, oh, that's what I should have done. Go high. And then I go, I'll settle for 400.
Wow.
Did you play the other cafe? I'm just curious. Was that still around?
It was around. Wait a minute. It was around, but it had moved. It wasn't in the. It wasn't anymore.
Carl and Cole. Oh, different.
No,
club
it
then.
was over in like Emeryville, and it was. I played it once, and then it closed. It was that and Foo Bars, and like when I moved there, because I left the East Coast in '92. I started in '88, right as the boom was ending. So, like as I started, I saw clubs starting to close. So then I went from DC to San Francisco, and when I arrived in San Francisco, there was the Zoo, the Punchline, the other cafe, Foo Bars, three times Cobb's, which I passed out after like 6 months. I got to become the house MC, which was like, oh God, I made it. Yeah. But then as I got there, all the clubs started to close. And I heard the stories about when the other cafe was in the hate, like legendary stories about shows where like Bob Rubin would, in the middle of his set, would like just leave and get on a bus. And people would like look to see the bus just pull away. And they're like, that was what the heck? Like just these insane things that would go on.
There was
that I missed out
big
on.
Window and the people on the street. So I was headlining one night and there was a club, a lesbian club called Mods down the block. And these teenagers or 8th graders or whatever, just for fun, went over and harassed them. So there was melee in the intersection. Everyone in the club could see it. To a left, a right, to the body, throwing body. I mean, just a huge riot.
You're up there going,
fight.
Dogs are funny. And and your back is to like this fight.
Did you ever notice?
Has anyone ever been to a post office?
I just sat down and pointed. That was my set. Anyway.
Did you guys did Cobb's back in the day then, right?
Incarnations. There was one down in the marina.
Yes.
And then he went to a nicer one. And then he finally got to the one that exists today.
Right.
Over on Broadway, wherever it is.
Which I did last week. It was really fun.
It's a good one, yeah.
By the way, did you see Dave Attell's special, which he shot there?
Yes.
It's 36 minutes long. Go ahead. I'll let you talk about it.
No. That's what I was about to say. That it is this. It's like the Ramones' first album in the middle of right now. There's a lot of comedy specials that I think are getting a little too big and grandiose. It's like right now we're in the Emerson, Lake and Palmer era of comedy specials, and he just put out Rocket to Russia. He's like, no, strip down, joke. 30. This is what it is. It was. I love that special so much.
I thought it was the special of the year or whatever.
Yes,
I was blown away by how tight it was. And I was just curious whether they sort of made Cobb's a little more intimate, or I wasn't sure what they did. But compared to that whole, because the managers and the agents want you in front of 3,000 people. So you'll get booked in front of 3,000. You work out your set in 200, 100 seaters. And then you go to the cavern, it's like,
yeah. Then they,
hello.
They are tougher. The ceilings are so high, and you can still do well, but there's nothing like.
Well, if you're doing act outs, like Patton does a lot of acting with your material and little looks and things, and just small clubs must be really nice for you.
I want
300 seaters, 400 seaters.
The new Adam Sandler special looks amazing, small, intimate, raw. My next special, I'm either going to shoot it. I just did a club. I'd never done a comedy on Main in Madison, Wisconsin. And oh my God, it was one of the best weekends I've ever had. Like it's so small. It's so intimate. And I'm like, why am I doing these massive theaters where I'm having to do this? And you're just completely wired into the crowd. It was amazing.
That was Other Cafe. Really. It was 70. The one in Carl and Cole. 70
Really?
Whoa. Low ceilings and no hard alcohol and no blender. That's where everything came from me. And Paula Poundstone.
No blender. Well, you're 3 feet from the bar.
Yeah, I'm there working the church like, what is that?
Dude, I did a theater. I won't say what city, but it was a new theater. And in the back there's a balcony, there's a lower, but in the way back you see light. And I realized it's a full bar.
Yep.
But people are back there mingling. And it's a little distracting for me. That's directly in my eye line. And they have your back towards you, some of them. And they're laughing because they're like, hey, we can serve drinks the whole time. And if they want to just walk out there for 15 minutes and drink, it's fine if there's a door, like a swing, they get out of there.
Yes.
But they're just fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm watching them the whole shit. And they're just, and then I hear a laugh and they go like this, huh? Is that guy still on? Yeah, the guy you paid to come see is still on.
When did comedy clubs become steakhouses? Like, I was playing one of the improvs, Irvine, and it's a full giant, they're coming out with giant steaks.
Oh, I know.
T-bone.
And I'm trying to work. I'm going, what's up? And they're just digging in. And,
I love it. Who got a porterhouse?
Yeah, I mean,
You're right. You're right. It's like full meal. So at the end of the check drop is always difficult.
The
comedy
check
club,
drop.
They're like,
crippling.
Well, yeah, but they're like, at least in the comedy club, the check drop is, well, we got 3 beers and we got mozzarella sticks. But now they're like, well, no, hang on, because you didn't say the sides with the steak were extra. I thought. Because I chose, there's a whole
Who had the caviar on the
I thought the au gratin potatoes came with the entree. I didn't see it on sides. Show me where it's on sides. You're closing with some bit about a homeless guy in an alley.
Jalapeno peppers.
Yeah. Get Dennis in here.
Yeah.
Do you remember that specific compliment I gave you when we ran into each other 10 years ago?
I don't.
There was some bit that you did. I've heard there was something about it was someone masturbating in a tunnel or something. You told the whole bit from their point of view and your point of view. And I just thought it was such first level writing,
Thanks, man. It was, that was when the 3 months that I lived in New York, I was doing this play and I stupidly brought my dog with me. And it was just like New York, if you're not used to it, it is a real assault, and the only way I could deal with it was, okay, put yourself in the head of the person that's driving you insane, a lot of the nutty people in the street, and think of how they're looking at it, and maybe that'll make some more sense to you. But yeah, I was trying to, I don't want to go to the whole bit because the bit is so grim and awful. I don't know how X-rated
memorable though.
It's memorable, but it's really grim. I mean, you guys lived in New York for years. You must have seen so much stuff where you're like, I have to disassociate myself from this. This is too much.
You're not ready for it until you get used to it. Then people come visit and they go, you see this every day? And you're like, I guess I do. It took me a second, but now
I was driving in a cab once, and across the way, a guy just picked up his girlfriend and just body slammed her, put her over the head. It's like,
Jesus.
God.
What happened when you ran over to help?
Well, I wasn't that guy in the story. Slow down, fellas. You don't make
point of view of the girl.
She was okay. I don't want people to be bummed out. She actually got up and was mad or whatever.
There was a story, David, you told. It was either on Letterman or Conan where you had because you're from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
So you had a friend from Arizona come visit you in New York, and they were doing the classic friend from out of town where you're like, well, we'll go do this. You're like, I can do that in Arizona. But clearly I want the darkest, most fucked up stuff. And you have to go, even us New Yorkers don't go searching for that. I think you think that I have the key to some portal of madness, but that's not what and he's like, I can do that now. Like that landed so hard for me because I've had friends when they come visit, like, show me the weird shit. I'm like, I don't do the weird shit.
Or I go, it's Saturday Night Live, and on Sunday wake up and I go, what are you doing? I go, well, I got to do laundry in the basement. I can do laundry in Arizona. Let's go to the Golden Gate Bridge. I go, well, that's not here. But it's a longer walk than you think.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to, and then they have all these things they want to do. I'm like, oh, we're really going to go to the Statue of Liberty today? Oh, fucking A.
Yeah.
What a production. By the way, Pat, let's talk about your game show right before we get out of here. We've milked you long enough, but
I honestly, without no ass kissing, I put it on and I think it's really good.
Thank you.
I mean, in other words, your asides were great. I don't know if it was the first episode, but it's a very tight, interesting game. I mean, I'm just saying that it is. Within like 1 minute, you're like, okay, this is interesting.
Well, that's
my takeaway. So,
no, it's a British game show where they ask questions that have nothing to do with the amount of schooling you've had or knowledge. It's all, can you follow logic and put it together? So what's kind of fun about the show is, and you work your way toward the first question is the 90% question, which 90% of people that they poll get right. So it's very easy. And then it ends with the 1% question that only 1% of people. But what's weird is, because everyone's brain is wired differently, and you'll watch the show and there's a 60% question that you'll go out on, but then you keep watching and go, I know the 5%. I know that, like, it, and you'll see like people with PhDs in nanotechnology getting smoked by someone who's working as a barista and doesn't know what they want to do with their life, but their logic centers are so much stronger that they put it together.
It's so hard to find a game show. They're all trying to do it, because if you crack that code, you get people just sort of interested.
Yeah.
That's it. That takes a long run, and it's hard to get. And right away, that sounds just sort of interesting. Like when you watch and you go, and you're about to walk away, then you go, let me just hear this answer. And then you go, that's the hook. I knew that. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, let me hear the next one.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. People sit around with their family and they go, oh, I got that one. Did you get this one? You know, that's fun for people.
And it's syndicated, right, from Britain. So Ricky Gervais gets a check, I assume.
Everything's syndicated from Britain. Ricky Gervais. It was a British show that oh God, I'm blanking on his name, but there was a British show, and then there was an Australian version, and then a Venezuelan version, and I'm the American version. And it's really, and David Spade, you are a fellow game show host, are you not?
Snake oil.
Welcome to Snake Oil.
Snake oil.
Snake oil. We're on a hiatus. But yeah, Snake Oil was, you know, all these things are interesting. Sometimes they're a little harder than it seems, because, you know, they go, we're going to do one. It'll take us about 3 days. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then you get it down, but there's a lot of stopping and starting. And there's a lot of, maybe this isn't with you, but so much focus on the rules because it's so legal. They have to get everyone to understand. Oh boy.
Yes, they do. And they have to make sure, I don't know about your show. Do they have like lawyers in the wings that are?
Yeah, they have. Like, they have to make sure.
I'm sorry, but this, and they have to go over there and talk to them. And go, yeah.
We had a woman that was a little older, and she was going to the final round, and I said, if you want to bet 3, 4, 5 of whatever, I go 5, you win the most, but it's the hardest. Blah blah. And she goes, all my money on 5, and she goes, yay! The crowd is yelling, and then we stopped and we go. And so someone from the audience goes, she doesn't get it. And so I said, as a host, I go, do you understand what it is when you bet all 5? That's all your money. And she goes, I don't. And I go, okay, let's take a 5. And so we stopped. And then the producers literally came out and they explained it to her and the celebrity. And then she goes, I got it now. And then we went on. But I was like, oh my God, that's how fast it can happen. They get caught up in the crowd and everything.
Yep.
She didn't, and she was embarrassed. But then she figured it out. Man. Because it is kind of complicated. All these game shows, until you start to know them, that's why they hammer the rules over and over. Every commercial, you come back. Here, instead of your 3 funny jokes, will you explain the rules again? And I'm like,
no, this one's, I think the 1% has it down, at least what I saw, that it's boom, 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 boom. All the information stacked.
The way you explained it, I got it.
And we zip along. Yeah, exactly.
And
it's and also, this is probably the same with you. It's crowd work. You got to talk to people, get their story, make it like a human thing going on, and you make it fun that way.
Keep it light, little ad libs and things.
Keep it light, and you have to, like, when someone loses, you gotta send them home gently. I'm so you don't want to be like, oh my God, you want to be a warm host and kind of move it along.
I literally and it's on Amazon Prime, right?
Amazon.
Sorry.
Well, it's okay. It's on Fox on Monday nights, and the next day it streams on Amazon.
Okay. So you can get it either way. Yeah.
Either way.
Easy.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you.
But you were
Pat.
saying.
I was just saying that I would, someone lost and I go, okay, we're going to walk you out. It's after that door, it's about 1.5 miles and you're in lot C and the buses aren't running today. And, but it's not bad. And then they were like, yeah, obviously that's all cut out, but good try.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is there anything I said left in? They're like, well, not much because we got the game. And I'm like, okay, got it.
It's kind of a funny observation because isn't it interesting when you're in a set that's all glowing like a game show set and you're in there all day and all the lights and then you bash open the doors and it's all bright and asphalt and it's just
exactly.
Such
you also realize, the brightness of the set wasn't real brightness. This is the sun.
This is real. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm a creature of showbiz coming out in the daylight. I don't belong out here.
It's a madhouse. Where's that from?
Oh, that is, of course,
Planet of the Apes.
God.
The man. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I learned a lot. You're hilarious to talk to. Thanks for all these funny
so much
stories.
Fun to talk about the killing and to talk about Planet of the Apes and stand up.
Look, really, I'll leave you on this on the killing. There's a scene where the big bald chess guy starts a fight in the bar, and according to legend, I don't think it's him, but there's a guy in the background who looks so much like a young Rodney Dangerfield. And a lot of people think that Rodney Dangerfield is an extra in that scene, but I don't think it's him. But go give it a look and see what you think.
In the bar.
In the bar. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I was an ugly baby, Johnny. I was an ugly baby. When I was born, the doctor slapped my mother. I tell you, I was ugly. It's all these YouTube shorts that if you click on Rodney once, you just want to laugh. You just go, this guy does acid humor, and it's his jokes. It's so
I go
hard
down
to
when I'm on the road. I'll go down YouTube rabbit holes till 4 a.m. watching him. Like just when he
unbelievable
Carson, it was incredible.
There's something about him.
I told my dentist my teeth are turning yellow. He told me to wear a brown tie.
And it's just, and it's the relentless. I was told that he has his act recorded and he listens to it all day, or used to. Sorry.
Wow.
He would listen to it all day because it was so many one-liners.
Too many to remember.
Believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bud. Take care.
All right. Have a good day,
Thanks so much. See you guys.
That was fun hanging out.
See you, bud. This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe. Leave a like, a review, all the stuff, smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman. We have the Please Don't Destroy team on the show today.
Please don't destroy guys.
You like guys better?
Well, what is there? Okay, we got to start over.
I like it. No, that's better.
It's please don't destroy, period. But you could add guys or team, right?
No, we have the guys from Please Don't Destroy.
We have the guys from Please Don't Destroy.
Yeah.
And this, no pun intended, this podcast is going to blow your mind. It's going to reorientate your, it's going to destroy you.
They are the guys that are 3 dudes on SNL that only do, I think they only do the videos. They do a video probably once a week. Sometimes it gets kicked just to online after the show if it goes too long, which we joke about. But they're always high quality and they're always funny. And so we thought this is turning into a big part of the show, an important part. And it's always been with the videos from Tom Schiller to Sandberg, to people adding video. It's a great element of the show.
Yeah. And they're just fun little short films. They've got Taylor Swift in some of them and all these different Travis Kelce.
Yeah, people like to jump in them. And a lot of the hosts will jump in on them, even though it's a fucking beating. I'd like to be there. And then they go, okay, you do Read Through Wednesday. Then you're going to do an 18-hour shoot on Thursday. And yeah, you go all night Friday and then get 2 hours sleep and then get ready for the show. It's for
fantastic.
The live show that matters.
But these guys are funny. They're sweet.
They're
They also write for the show. Anyway, they're very talented. They're very bright.
And they use cast members, but they'll tell you, very cool dudes. And there's 5 of us total on this chatter today. So just try to pay attention and just know that if someone's talking, it's probably me and Dana.
Yes. And we were at our Overtalk meter. I checked it afterwards, was trending. It was redlining a little bit a couple times, but they were fun and easy to talk to.
All right. Here they are. Please don't destroy.
Are you guys really friends? I mean, in real life, or are you just kind of like business partners?
Yeah, kind of more like that, like coworkers.
Like associates and colleagues.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this, you guys.
It's already on, so keep talking.
Feel free to ask questions. John is joining us today. I guess his bandmates, Ben and Martin, couldn't.
He said they always do it in order of importance. So he goes on for a while, and then one of the other guys jumps on.
Well, you're on SNL now, so you can ask us a lot of questions going forward, even though, I'm just saying.
No, wait, you guys are on SNL. I'm not. I used to be John. Ask your dad. I was there a long time ago. I really made it. He said I didn't make a dent in the show. I made a ding, like where if you got an accident, they go, just go ahead. It's not enough to even, no one noticed. Just go.
What's more important, a few years on SNL or 40 years of post SNL where you're doing a lot better than you did on SNL?
40.
Do you want to peak in 93 like I did? I mean, come on, man. I've been dining out on 3 catchphrases for over a half century. I will bring them out.
Ben woke up for this. That's nice. It's like 5 p.m. in New York. And Martin's trying to log in. Okay, well, they're here, man. Fuck yeah.
Full Monty. I want to ask you guys a quick question.
Yeah.
Please don't destroy. If it wasn't that, what were the alts?
What didn't make it?
Because I have a couple ideas, but I'll let you guys go.
We have Beatles 2. We have what else do we have?
I remember you guys genuinely wanted to call the group 3 Stinkers.
Yeah, we did.
I don't mind
3 little
like
stinkers.
that.
3 little stinkers.
What about Beatles and the Dung?
I had these are horrible. The Cupcake Trilogy.
Oh, hey, that's not bad.
Higgins, Herlihy, etc.
We be the exploding guys. We be the exploding guys. I didn't say they were good.
3 words is good.
No, please don't destroy is the one.
Do you like that name? Please don't destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a special I'm doing, and I thought of maybe potential spam. It's kind of one of those things that people just know in the world, like a little saying. Please don't destroy.
That's a great one.
And
no one ever gets it right.
No.
I said it wrong
really,
to
what
Dana.
do they say? How do they ruin it? What do they say?
Please don't disturb.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb might be better, yeah.
All right, let's
Don't stop.
Casually, yeah, that one's
Do
good.
not disturb.
Oh, do not disturb. I like that.
Hey, man, are we part of a press junket? Are you doing 8 today promoting something, or is this sort of a one-off?
No way. This is it, man.
Okay.
This is it.
All right. Let me mark that down as
This
wrong.
is Tyson Paul. This is the main event, guys.
Yeah, bingo.
I love that fight. What a rocking
Fuck,
fight.
dude.
No,
Tyson gave it almost, nothing, but that's okay. I like when people send me, here's a live scene from the Tyson Paul fight, and it's 2 cats going, tapping each other. And I'm like, exactly.
Jost had a great joke on Update of they teamed up against the audience.
That was it. That was the quintessential.
My problem is they say it's not really, the fight wasn't really a real fight, sanctioned fight. It was just for entertainment. I'm like, but it wasn't entertainment either. So I'm suing for that.
But it was sanctioned. It goes on Tyson's record.
Why would he do that?
He says, what does he care about his legacy? I'll be dead. I don't even care about I started doing Leno.
I'm on mushrooms.
Sorry. Yeah, I was really fighting them hard, but I don't care what happens. What about legacy? Sorry.
was
Tyson has to go to the bathroom.
Was that was that when he was talking? What was the video that you sent, Benny? He was talking to
That
like
was
talking to a little girl.
Oh yeah, there was a little girl
talking
standing
to
there.
like a 12-year-old girl, and he was like, "We're all gonna die one day. We're all dust."
She's like, "Do you eat dino nuggets?"
My Tyson thing. Well, he was nice after the fight, but he was mostly, he'd be really, when it's heyday, he'd be like, I'm going to kill, I hit you so hard, your family's going to be hurt, and I'm going to kill you. And after the fight, he'd beat the hell out of the guy and go, I really like you. I think you're a tremendous fighter. I'd like to knit you a sweater. Anyway.
By the way, this airs in 2027,
These
so
are
we don't need to
jokes
talk
from
about it too much.
On the Jay Leno show in 1995. I'm out of ammo. What do you guys
What about rock, paper, scissors for you guys? Was that one?
Is this a name? Was that a name?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
it's
back
a
to
name?
that.
I thought we were over that.
No,
I thought that was so 2 minutes ago.
I wrote down 40 minutes for this, so I don't know.
Spade, he's got the best lighting he's ever had on the podcast, and he's a little different.
And it's not that good. I kind of am red.
No, do you got a ring light going?
I don't have that kind of money, but I have the top lights from my ceiling on.
Okay,
I do have a ceiling.
Doing.
I'm doing pretty good.
So you guys,
Dana, are you in New York?
No, I flew back to L.A. Then I'm going up to a place in the mountains.
This guy's digging deep.
I've been running past these guys in the hallway.
Hey guys,
for the last
head nod.
2 months. What's up?
Hey, man.
Cap, how you doing? Standing around.
They're like, doing Biden this week? Is you dressed as Biden? You're like, yeah.
My contract says 7 Bidens. You'll do 7.
They might all be in the same show. We might throw one on.
I have 4
Do Not
catchphrases
Destroy.
and I rotate them. That's all I do. I just click them off, look confused, and then ask Lauren for my paycheck.
Yeah.
So
It's so good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I saw the one last week that
was scary.
I hate to say you should change the name to We Got Cut, but what is the
Cut for time? Cut for time.
Oh, yeah, Cut for Time might be better. Cut for Time.
Because you guys have
Please don't cut.
But it seems like everyone sees it anyway. I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore. But that I liked it. What was the last one? Oh, Charlie XCXXX. I'd like to buy a vowel. She was in it, and she had a lot to do.
That would have been good in the video.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Like to buy a vowel.
He had a lot of jokes in that. I mean, it was more like tons of jokes, and she got you shoveled her with a lot of jokes, so she did a good job. It's always good if the host gets to score.
Yeah.
She was awesome. And that when did you know you were going to fly down the stairs at the end? Because I'm always curious about endings. Like, so that was like a perfect. And were those stunt guys, or you guys?
Were they stunt stairs or stunt people?
You're kind of young and springy.
No, those were stunt guys.
Stunt doubles. Yeah. Fuck. That was after rewrite table, I think. We had something in there that didn't work at table. So we were like, maybe we go down the stairs.
And the table was, we all just said bye.
Yeah.
That's right. Bye, Charlie.
When we don't know how to end a sketch, that's what we do for table read.
Just
you should probably go, okay, bye.
Okay, see ya.
Then Lauren looks up and goes, we'll find something there. And then he turns it. Wayne's World 2, cold opening.
Hey, man, the 50th, we don't know who's coming back. Some cobwebs are coming. Hi, we're the cobwebs.
Yeah.
We are here to pump you up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, believe me, we are shameless. But so who's your, like, Dan Beulah, is he, who do you talk to? Who do you talk to there about what you're thinking of doing? You have to go in and meet the Wizard of Oz.
Right. Who do you pitch? Do you pitch ideas anymore, or just do them?
Just do them at read through. Yeah,
we do them at read through.
Oh,
we have the
do.
Monday pitch in Lauren's office still, but everyone does a fake idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your ideas probably just sound fake. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They're not really doing that. That was one of their goofball ideas.
This video that we just did was maybe the first Monday pitch that we actually turned into a video. That was my pitch on Monday.
Oh yeah.
So what was that? So what did you say in like 20 seconds? We're just gonna have a rave off.
But you need the host time, which is very precious.
Well, I just pitched the first turn of it. So I was like, maybe it's a romantic comedy where you run into a guy and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is so crazy. But would you ever want to watch where the fuck you're going?
I love it. Yeah.
Laughter, big laughter ensued.
Yeah.
You guys, I didn't hear any from you guys, but
I laughed. I thought it was good.
No, this is me laughing.
Dana just texted me, don't laugh anything they say.
You know, a lot of times comedians, when they hear their friend
ice the guest.
Yeah, you start thinking of how to tag that when your friend says, maybe that's a please not destroy sketch or please don't destroy.
When we're writing, it's like people always ask, like, are you guys just cracking up? And it's like, never. It's always
I know. That's what they think all of movies are.
Okay,
too.
now what goes after that? What goes after that?
How stoned were you when you came up with that idea?
So 3 months ago, when Charlie hosted, you guys, because we're figuring out the air date now.
Yeah, it's
of this
early 26.
So she's in the Monday meeting. You throw this into the pitches, and then when it involves the host and she's got X amount of time during the week, when do you get her? If they have to okay it right away, you have to start figuring out the sets and shit.
We had to write it for the Wednesday read through, and then that night they greenlit it. But we shot it on Thursday night, like all night. So we were shooting.
What a fucking drag!
Yeah, we had rewrite table all day from like 12:30 to 9, and then from 9 to like 6 a.m. we were shooting our video.
Rewrite for 9 hours practically?
Well, rewrite table on Thursdays is fucking horrible.
Oh, okay. You were rewriting all the other people's stuff.
Everything. Yeah. Not just that.
Yeah, that's the thing people understand. You guys are writers on the show.
Yeah.
And
writers on the show.
That's what I thought.
God, that's good.
You guys are on fire, man.
I have another name for your thing. Leave at gate. These aren't horrible.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
They're not great, but they're all about
Here's a question. Have you ever seriously said to each other, hey, get out of my face, dude? Like serious, not part of a sketch.
Yeah.
Like real. Get out of my face, dude.
Who's been the most mad at who?
Because I've said that to Spade every other day. Just get out.
Get out of my face, dude.
Get out of my grill.
Yeah. Don't get up and get in my grill. So anyway,
no answer. Noted.
We've had some blowouts for sure.
There we go. Hey.
There we go. We are trending officially. We are trending right now.
Now, two of you have parents that are writers, Dana. You did not know this, but they have parents that are writers. And do you have to pre-pitch them before the pitch meeting? And okay.
Our dads come up with the majority of our ideas for sure, but besides that,
you have to know that that's sarcasm. People
do
won't
they
know.
pitch you an idea and you have to say no, and it's horrifyingly awkward?
It's not that awkward. My dad pitches a lot of jokes for us.
Okay,
but it's not that.
What about overall? Just here's an idea for you guys for a whole thing, whole concept. No, they
really.
Stay in their own lane.
You call each other's dad.
Yeah,
like
no,
like just dad.
I call Dana dad.
Yeah,
I call everybody dad.
That's just respect.
Yeah, no, exactly.
When I got to the show, Dana was there, and he was like fucking crushing it, #1 guy, and we all had to call him dad.
You know what, David? I don't even know if it's based off of my dad, but in middle school, I would flirt with girls by saying, David Spade's character in Grown Ups is named Higgins.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I don't even know if it did not work. No, but here's the I don't even know if it's based off of dad.
I don't know either. I didn't read the whole script, but I do know that. Now, it might have been Sandler's. I know Sandler's hometown boys growing up. One was Lamb Sloth. There was like a really complicated name. I'm like, that has to be one of your friends. And we met some of the guys, but it might have been a Higgins there, but it could have easily been you guys, because people yell Higgins to me in the airport. Like, I can remember what movie I was even in. And they're like, Higgins. I'm like, are you talking to me? And they're like, yeah. Are you Higgins? They think I'm real, like a real person. Are you Higgins? Are you in the closet with the dog? I'm like, oh, that was a movie. But it's fine. I'll take any praise. When
I came here through the airport, this isn't funny, but interesting. Dad comes up with a 6 and an 8-year-old boy, girl, really sweet, cute. They are just huge fans of your Joe Biden impression. 6 years old. Because it goes on at 8:30, I guess, on the West Coast. They just think it's some funny old man. Anyway, that's our airport chunk.
When do you get word if you're in the show and you tape it, edit it, cut it? Because that sounds like a really unusually crazy schedule. Because not just a sketch you have to put on its feet. You have to get a set, then dress it, and then you got to get wardrobe, and then you got to cram lines. Like Charlie, bless her heart, she has to cram lines for that, and then do it all night when she has to rehearse the next day. It's the hardest week of her life, and then you throw it in a dress, and then you it might make it to air, but it also you don't know if it's going to make it all the way on air, right?
Yeah, like the tapes are always. A lot of the times it's like it's easier, I think, to just cut a tape for time because you don't have to get rid of the whole set and the whatever. So they're kind of the first to go after update once the show's going long.
Once people are milking their sketches.
A lot of stuff is cut for time. It really, when you're there, like a lot of sketches.
Was it always like this, Dana, being back of the, like, you're 30 minutes over going into dress? Or did you guys have it closer to?
We had there were sketches cut. It seems like more now is what I'm thinking, but cut for time.
Well, dress was always long. And then air was supposed to be pretty close.
Well, then you cut the show down. And then what I do with Gaffigan and stuff, we get together and go, let's just fucking milk the cold opening.
Yeah.
Push the show really long. Sit back.
Everything's
with a ice cold beer and just laugh at the cut for time, guys. I shouldn't have said that, but Gaffigan's like that. But anyway, no, I think it is a little longer, or maybe sketches are playing longer. But yeah, there seems like there's at least 2 or 3 cut each week.
And when you and James went off cards at dress this past week, that was so funny.
Yeah,
really funny.
David, it was the best, man.
Why can't we do that on air? Because it's all make believe, and all of a sudden I stepped on his line and we got all tangled up. And
it was so funny.
And it was right before the live from New York too. So you just went off on this whole run and then had to like reset right to that.
Yeah, but you found your way back.
Everyone's like waiting to run.
I did say, is this dress or air? I think I stayed in Biden. Is this dress or air? I don't know. I thought Lauren was going to scold me on that one, but instead he went, you look like you're reading off cards. And I said, because I was. Biden normally has 19 words, and now I got a half page of exposition.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Report to the spanking machine.
The spanking machine. That's not a bad
Do they still have that?
The spanking machine.
Yeah, I used to go stand by it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk at all? Because David and I I'm getting just a routine cholesterol blood test. So I haven't eaten in like 19 hours. So I'm a little punchy, but you guys have any questions for us or things you want to say?
Any statements you'd like to read?
How much money do you have in your bank account combined?
That's Dana's question.
Just cash on hand liquidity, or are we talking about property? Or
I'm talking fucking assets. I'm talking real estate.
Oh, the whole kit and caboodle. I'll write it down and I'll just hold it up at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. It's a scroll.
People on YouTube can check in and guess. One of you is Herlihy's kid.
Yeah, that's me.
Who's going to admit it?
Check the name. It's Martin Herlihy.
It doesn't say his last name, but I would say it's you because you're the one without a last name. But I was friends with your dad. Obviously, we had a big falling out.
Yeah.
He picked Sandler over me, which was sort of an easy one. But so you're really the Herlihy boy. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a sketch, Dana, when you were there.
I would just do what I did normally before update, and I'd go home. But what was it?
The Herlihy boy, that was called. And it was Sandler and Farley, right?
Yeah.
And that must be fun. You can say it's named after you. That's more believable than the Higgins bullshit he was given earlier.
Come on.
Ben, do you have any connection to show business, like even a cousin or an
Anything.
uncle or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right.
Pete Davidson, your
I'll
dad,
adopt
maybe?
you legally.
Please.
I watched your Taylor Swift one. I have watched over. It's hard for me to just say each one because they come week to week.
And they're all the same.
No, they're all really good. I have to say is that they're all very clever. I mean, a year ago I was saying, oh shit, these are so funny. If I'm ever in town, I want to go just try to worm into one because they're so clever. They're funny. They don't look that easy, but they're just good, different things. And it's so hard to stand out on a sketch show that's been on fucking 50 years to get anything slightly different. Because they're great. You get good people and you give them something to do. And
they're I've listened to every episode of this podcast.
You listen to this dog shit? Good job.
Everyone?
Thank you.
I listen to everyone. I love it. The biggest SNL nerd fan, so that means a lot.
Yeah, we're massive fans of you guys, we should say.
That's what I was getting at. Thank you.
Well, when I look at your stuff, I just feel envious. Like,
like it looks like fun.
So much fun. Nothing was happening like that on our,
It is fun. We get to shoot them pretty quick too sometimes because they're like, especially the office ones. We can do those Thursday nights where they don't go until 6 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes we can bust them out in like 4 hours or whatever. And it's just.
Who do you reach out to get a celebrity that's not the host? Do you have the talent department?
Yeah.
You say, hey, can you grab us this person?
The talent department.
We got to know we need a yes or no ASAP.
Yeah.
Then you go type in their name in the script and then you change it to someone else and then send it down.
Accidentally sent it with, Robert. Wait, who's Robert De Niro in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is this true? Like the first one was Pete Davidson and Taylor Swift. Is that your first one? No,
that
was just us three in the office. And it aired on the Kim Kardashian episode, but she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you
didn't put her in it?
You worked with her later.
We shot it secretly.
Oh, that was with the walking around with the,
the hard seltzer one. We shot it on Monday with our friend Paul Briganti, who used to be a director there. And we just had like 2 cameras, a prop guy and a sound guy.
So it's nice that it does well. So now, over time, they must build up trust with you guys. So now a little eyes are on you less and more like, what do we have this week? And then do you have to show the final to anyone before it goes on dress?
The producers, Eric Kenward will watch everything.
Okay. Even though everyone's busier than shit, obviously, but you try to go, hey, can you just check it? And they give you maybe last second trims or notes, anything before it pops on dress. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. He's always really helpful. Of like, we'll normally come to him with like questions of like, is this working or whatever.
Well, they move so fast. Good laughs, get out, cuts. Like just you have the doctor in the one on the Taylor Swift, and you go, hey, that's my real doctor. But it's just funny to get. I go, got a doctor set and an outfit for a fucking cutaway. It just seems expensive and hard, but always feels worth it to me watching.
When did you get out of the room? You were doing them in the office for a while, and then you got out of the room. And then when I was there, you did the helicopter set, which was like it played really big. I guess you did it at 66th Street in there, but it was very, very cool. The consistency of how excellent they are is very high to me. So I just want you guys to understand that you're a smash.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I hope you know that. I don't know.
We do.
Yeah.
You do know it? Oh.
Do you know it? Because it's hard to do comedy.
It's hard to nail it. High slugging percentage. Coming
up with ideas that are consistently good. There's just that aren't clanking and not quite there. And there's just this high percentage of winning. And so I'm just curious about
that means a lot.
I don't know. It's not just me. Hey, look at the YouTube counts. Cut for Time gets 3 million. I mean, you got your highest one was 17 million. And
don't you dare go something like that because you know exactly. It is.
I pulled up on my phone right now.
Something like that. No, bad name. I'm pulling it.
David,
I think we first. Oh yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a joke that I like when David does it on talk shows when you go, I was leaving my house, mansion, whatever.
Listen, 44 windows, 3 pantries, whatever. These are other people's
I don't know what
words.
it's called these days.
Yeah, I don't know. House, whatever,
The
apartment.
West Wing that has 7 bedrooms has never been inhabited. You just go walk by door after door. It's incredible.
Yeah, I have Dana come over. I have a door that's like 90 feet high. I'm like,
So I like to do cardio. So I run laps around his house, for about 20 minutes. I got lost one time. But let's, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, it's kind of.
Wait, did we answer your question?
Which
None
one?
Did we
so
get
far.
out of the office? We haven't answered anything. And I think Martin said one word, which is fine.
Which might be a podcast record for me.
David and I, we're just punchy, but we'll just, we want you guys to
all
talk.
NYU guys. Where do we meet? That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So you just all nodded. Great. Anyway, what else is going on?
Thank you very much.
Okay, wait, now let's go back and answer. Yes. When did we get out of the office? The Taylor Swift video?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the budget that the film unit can be pretty ridiculous. And I feel like somebody's going to notice it and then be like, there's no reason this should be happening.
Bye.
In the near
After the hype of the 50th, they're going to start looking at the books and going, what the fuck is going on over here?
I've heard a lot about the budgeting, and it's quite surprising. Not only with you, but with other people telling me.
We actually, for a lot of ours, cost nothing in comparison, especially those office videos. It's usually our money's on, big sandwiches or whatever our prop is that week that we're cutting away to.
When you do, not to focus on Taylor Swift, but when you do that bit, it's with Pete, so it's fine. It's already funny. Do you say, hey, we should have someone coming at the end, or was the idea always someone coming at the end? We just don't know who.
Who pushed it was Dan Bulla. Was like, dudes, we could just ask her, and I'll record a thing and show it to her. That'll sound awesome for her part in the video. And we were like, we had truly zero expectations that she would do it. It was our 3rd video or whatever. And then Bulla put together her part in the song, like as a demo, and it sounded so awesome. And Taylor, we showed it to her, loved the bit, was just like, let's do it. And we were shocked.
Sweetheart. That's awesome. Very nice. Because she scores too, It's like, it's smart if you're a big star and you wait and make moves that are like that. They're like, that's a little nugget, score, get out. And Bulla's perfect for that.
Yeah, he's so good at it. It's the lesson that you learn every week is if the host is scoring, you're likely to make the thing. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to not like think about them as the main character or whatever because it's your bit, but you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of co-direct it yourselves and have an official director, or is it kind of like that? But obviously, you're chiming in, and because I watched the Travis Kelce one, and I thought it was just so crazy funny. It hit me hard. Thanks. Because the way when you fell and your eyes were still open, like you're instantly probably dead. And then the ending with the old lady and the Russian roulette and everything. I mean, it's just like perfect. Some of these are just like super gems. Like,
we've put that woman in like 5 or 6 sketches now. She pops up and all that stuff. Marnie, shout out to Marnie. We put her in every live sketch that we like.
You made her feature player on your thing.
Instantly funny, and instantly Was she in Andy Samberg's video as well? There was a. But maybe
that's a different
woman of that age.
Touchy.
Sorry.
Sore sub.
Note to self. Don't
Yes. To answer your question, Tim Wilkheim directs our stuff, who's awesome. But we all chip in and like give notes and help out. But just want to give him credit.
Yeah.
I assume
Is Martin a screamer on the set?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Meltdown.
I'm surprised
City.
Martin even has his lines.
What the fuck, man?
They're like, Martin, you have to talk in this one. Does
it play here or here? Come on, make a choice, dude.
Push in.
Fuck me. So you guys also tour, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Are you going out next summer, or what's that like going out? because you're doing all this, and then all of a sudden you have all these thousands of people screaming. I mean, that must have been.
What
heady.
is your show like? Yeah, what do you do?
Is it funny?
Is it fun?
It's a drama. It's a drama, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty tragic. But the
first time you went out and the crowd went crazy, it must have been like pinching yourself.
Yeah,
last summer we went on like a 30-city tour, and
you go, I can't believe there's this many people in a Jimmy John's. Or wherever you play, I don't know what.
No, the Jimmy John's Arena. Yeah, it was
Arena. Oh, that just backfired on me. Fuck. I say, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
No, it was cool. Our show is like, it's a sketch show, but we don't do like costumes or props really. So it's kind of like half stand up, half sketch, because we're like talking directly to the audience, but then we'll be like, all right, now we're in a coffee shop, and then do a sketch. And it's like the most fun thing we do. I hope we do it again this summer.
Yeah.
We filmed a bunch of our shows last summer, and we're like cutting together a little special.
Would you ever team up with like Sarah Squirm and go out?
No.
Okay. Sarah Squirm.
Hey, David, another joke. You gave Sarah a big joke, her silica gel packet.
She loves that one.
I thought she just used it in front of me to make me feel better. I love she kept it.
She's kept
That's
it
like
everywhere
too.
Yeah.
She's so bananas. I didn't really know her, and we went on that tour, and she's very, first of all, she's very likable, very fun to talk to backstage, because Sandler, that slug over there getting massages, being covered in gold coins. And so, but Sarah, warming up. And then Sarah was funny. And then she gets up and her act is so bananas. And I was like, this is so funny, because no one knows what to expect at all. Plus, she was newer on the show. Now she's been there for a while. But I see clips from her on tour in the summer. It's so funny. And it's so hard. I'm like, Sarah, do you know what you're getting into? Like doing all these cities, like you guys, you work hard, but then it is a bit of a trudge to go on tour if you guys line up a few. But it's more fun, you're together, but it's still tough, right?
It was hard, but we don't do she does a lot of hiatuses during the season. Goes out, which feels like our hiatuses, we'll write a bunch of shit and whatever and work hard on other stuff. But the idea of traveling right away to go hit like 4 cities in a row feels like
Tuscaloosa.
She's one of our best friends at the show, though. We would totally team up with Sarah to do a tour.
Yeah, we came in at the same time and just immediately hit it off and started writing with her every week. She's the best.
Yeah, Matt Gates is his name, was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it was insanely scary.
It's like this.
What?
All those makeup guys are Star Trek fans, and all kind of
she was like Crawler.
So he definitely
100%.
forehead. And when she would put her chin down and do that little smile, it was
bonkers. She looked like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
It's just like that was a look that she could have that has to come back. I mean, the audience doesn't even how funny she is in that.
Do you guys do vids when you're out there? Is it too much hassle to bring like a screen and all that?
Well, you recorded all your shows last summer or no?
Yeah, we recorded a bunch. My wife is cutting together a special right now.
Oh, okay.
And
that's a nice wife.
Yeah. Well,
you a professional editor, or is she
scale plus 10?
Yep, scale. I go, hey,
you're
YouTube,
new.
Right?
You get scale. That's good. That's actually good.
Just watch some tutorials and get the special going.
Get on YouTube. How to do a special.
I'm just curious. What was the lighting kit or the crew like? If you're going to do those shows, like how much hassle was it? 3 cameras, lots of light, or was it really kind of lo-fi? Or
we really didn't prepare to do it, so we would hire local crews to be like, maybe this is a good place to film it, and then we would get embarrassed about whatever show we filmed, and we're like, let's just film it again somewhere else because
that's the beauty of that.
If you can do that, it's great because you're going to hit a fucking winner. Like Adam, when he went out and did all these shows, he would just keep filming them. Like that's the beauty of being big budget. You just go film another one, film us on the plane, film us backstage. He could have had 10 specials with that.
It was kind of like, it's kind of like that model of like cutting around to different cities and then doing like backstage bits. It's like combination of Zach Galifianakis and Sandler's special, and it's
Smart List guys did that too.
If you can get it, because you're going to get something, if you're just bullshitting or laughing, there's something backstage. Even if you get a minute after the whole night backstage, and then you get your stuff on stage, and you get something on. I don't know if you have a bus or you fly around. It's always hard to get the crew on Southwest to start rolling, but
yeah, everyone's bummed out.
Get me here when I ask for my water. I think there's something there.
No, it's funny. It's fun.
It's just funny because it's so nothing. It's just funny.
Are
so
you?
Nothing.
Did you just released a special, right, David?
I'm glad you just got my text. Yes,
Here we are.
A funny story. Yeah, Dana, you might want to go get a coffee.
I can't. I'm getting a blood test.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Water.
You shouldn't even drink water.
Can't. You can drink water. Come on.
I don't know.
Tell us your story.
I did a special for an unknown streamer. Why we can't say, I don't know. But there's only that many.
Pluto.
Oh yeah, I don't tell you because it's the worst one.
Xbox TV.
Flippy. One of these is a fake name. Goo Goo. Flumbo. Beep bop boop. Okay, so I did it, and I'm editing, and I will tell you, Dana, I was editing yesterday, and I hate watching it, so I keep putting it off. And then I watch it, and I go, I think I'm bombing. So I'm here with Heather, going, I might cut that whole bit. I think it did good. I had a good crowd, and so I keep doing this, and then I'm almost done. I go, I'm too sickened by watching my act. Then I talk to the guy, and he goes, oh, you got the line cut? Yeah. So, yeah, don't worry about that. We didn't put the laughs in from the audience yet. I go, what are you fucking talking about? What am I watching? Just me bomb? And he's like, oh, well, you know what worked. I'm like, no, I was discombobulated.
You had that too?
Yeah.
We had the same thing. We watched it with the laughs mixed way down, and it's just the most horrible feeling.
Oh my God, you did that? It was so sad. I go, turn it off.
Yeah, it's horrible because also you realize that there are laughs there, but to you, it looks like you're milking a thing.
Oh, I'm just dying. I'm like, I saw people watching with me going, I'd cut that. That feels like it's got like a dead spot. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's the middle of my joke. Why is there a dead spot? And they're like, oh, did you want the one where people are enjoying it and laughing and then you'll know which one's working? I'm like,
oh my
I want
God.
that one. They're like, oh, sure, we can send that over. I go,
why do they mix it down when they show it to you?
How about it wasn't even in? I go,
technical reason? It's like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ask your wife what's going on.
Danny, you got a funny thing too about editing a special where you watched it like 12 feet away, so you wouldn't focus on how you looked, which I think is really smart.
Oh yeah, they push it too tight.
Like you put a laptop way far away for your first watch down of it, which I think.
Oh yeah, almost anything.
So you can hear it.
I only saw Chopping Broccoli 2 weeks ago for the first time.
Are you serious?
I have a hard time watching myself.
It's
just
sickening.
too self-critical. So yeah, I get it really small, get it way far away, and kind of squint,
and then turn it off. Turn the mute down.
When I was your guys' age, it wasn't as problematic. But Wikipedia me. But you get to this age, you're like, really? I mean, why am I even on camera?
No, if you see yourself on camera, it's so gross.
It's
but
fine.
Also, just seeing dead spots, I go, I can't. And so I go, well, I have to rethink what I'm cutting because I was going to make like a 12-minute special. I go, these aren't. And they're like, oh, no, that was because I was there. And I'm like, I had a good show. It was in Denver. Anyway, it doesn't come out till April, but I'll text all you guys. We'll get on a group chain. I'll tell you when it comes out.
Just put the product into the marketplace. Like you guys, who do you have a manager that manages all three of you, or a guy with a cigar or a metaphorical cigar going, okay, we need product in this quarter. We're gonna do
like
these
money.
ads. We'll do another movie. We're gonna play county fairs because there's a lot of money. I mean, who is that? Are you all have
Tom Parker
representatives? Or? Who's the money guy?
Yeah,
the booker.
We all have the same.
Whose
people.
wife?
You're all with the same people.
Yeah, that'd be cool though if we had competing reps.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's how you break up quickly. Dane and I are with the same guys that had. The Bernie Brillstein company. So they had Aykroyd, Belushi. They've had it from day one. That's why they're all.
Do your checks say please don't destroy on them or your individual names?
Yeah, good question.
Individual
LLCs.
Yeah,
we're all incorporated.
And do they have funny names?
Baby.
Who's
All
got
right.
the funniest name?
And so it begins. Start out as artist and then woo-wee, get the cash. No, you actually, with the 50th, there's a lot of sponsors. So you guys actually did an Allstate commercial.
Yeah.
You
that aired
did?
on the show.
Thank you. That's what we're promoting today.
Oh, yeah. We finally got to it.
That's what we got coming out.
Now, you co-wrote that, or you had so much input into it, I assume, or just did it yourselves, basically?
Yeah, we did 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
When does the next one come out? This week?
I don't know. But SNL was like, you guys are doing a commercial. So then we did a commercial. And
yeah, that's
Fuck,
kind
they
of how
killed my commercial.
David
God,
and
that's
I are
horrible.
available. We're just saying,
Dude, I had a Super Bowl
please.
commercial and they told me, and Lauren killed it. I'm like, God dang it.
when you were
It was like
when
my
you were on the
second.
cast.
Lauren killed it, and then Lauren was in the Super Bowl commercial.
They needed someone.
I thought
Lauren
that was
Lauren did bye-bye in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did it with Helen Hunt. And I was
You
like,
could crush that.
I do something like that.
Wait, that's kind of like my bit.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Lauren
I would
could
just say
bye-bye.
do everything.
Does he say bye-bye? Lauren?
No, but he could.
Lauren, no.
He could do it. That's one of the few he could do.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's a really good show in there somewhere, and it'd be like really good if you could, we have a 2-week break. His stuff around that makes me laugh so hard every
It's
time
so
he does
funny.
that. The dry
It's funny.
sarcasm. Be really nice if it was actually a funny show.
Yeah. You're going away for break. It'd be nice if people could compliment you at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, all that is. But yeah,
It is.
Totally.
I love the notes like that because it's always just like you're so nervous, and for somebody to be like that wasn't very good is kind of like refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I like his
on air. I see on the commercials they bump, and they show like the sketch being broken down, or usually, or they go to a commercial, and they come back just in the middle, and Lauren's just standing there near the set, like, this is the one that counts, just so you know.
Well, my first season, he would be out on the floor, and everyone was terrified, obviously, and nervous, and he always had a glass of Chardonnay. And be very relaxed. And I thought this must be a message to us to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Or he just come up right before the sketch. He goes, this sketch needs to breathe, and then just walk away. And breathe? What? But he was right. Anyway, he's the greatest character to do. But
when did you become friends with him? Like how long into your cast member?
It took me a long time to really kind of not be intimidated by him, even though I was only there, and he had done 5 seasons, was gone for 5. So he was 40 years old, but you're still kind of intimidated because the original cast, the original Saturday Night Live, the folklore. But at the end of my first season, he said, come out to Amagansett set this weekend. So I just thought there'd be a lot of people there, but it was just me and Lauren.
Yeah,
going out
on the teeter-totter.
And then we hung out for a weekend together. We went to movies and stuff. Would you like Milk Duds or popcorn?
Wow.
Back to the seesaw.
He had a Mustang, and we'd drive around the island, and he'd point at things. If it all goes away, I've always got that.
God, that's awesome. So, I can't wait to meet him one day.
Yeah, you should meet him. Doesn't he come to your birthdays and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Growing up.
Yeah. Everyone, Lauren's here.
Yeah. He would sing me songs and stuff.
Yeah. Dana was singing to him this weekend at the goddamn. Oh, forget it.
What's that? Oh, there's his birthday. His birthday cake at the party. Yeah. All right, let me ask some Oprah type questions.
Yeah, quickly. We got to let these guys go.
Here you are, like thinking 5 years ago, you're coming to NYU, you're funny together, you're doing stuff. And now here you are now. What would you tell your younger self of coming right out of college? Because this doesn't always just happen. It takes a lot of things to come together for all of us, So, are you, high as a kite all day. You're happy or more nervous than you were in some ways because the stakes are higher, having fun. I don't know, just throwing stuff out. You can say we don't have any response to that.
I guess like you're doing the right thing. I don't know. I was so like racked with anxiety of like pursuing this thing that like doing sketch comedy shows for like 5 people as like an adult and not making any money, being like, what am I doing this for? So I guess like there is something, you're onto something. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you ever have any adults say to you, well, this probably won't work out, but it's going to help you in whatever you probably end up doing?
Yeah. I think Mark, your dad too, it was like, this is not nice. This is not a nice business.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing. I wanted to be a Disney kid more than anything. And they were like, no way. I was like, my birthday ask when I was 9 was for an agent.
What's a Disney kid to be on a show like Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yeah, exactly. Like I always wanted it. They were like, absolutely not. So then once we started.
Did you dress up as Kuzco like I did for Halloween?
You did?
No, I'm not allowed, but I can't dress as my own thing. Martin, did you go to the set of Happy Gilmore?
I did, yeah.
Is it fun? How's Uncle Adam?
He's good.
Did you sit on his lap?
That place is a cavalcade of stars out there. Every time I talk to those guys, it's like someone else came by and they threw him up in there. Sounds like fun though.
Have you guys talked to Marcelo yet?
No, he's been stonewalling us.
Domingo, hey, hey,
Domingo.
love him. Yeah, he's got a big personality, man. It's just, but he's makes you happy when you see him because like,
I know
it's like dopamine or something. It's great to be around. We want him on the show. You guys have any connections?
I see him at the Improv sometimes too for stand up. I think
Marcelo's hilarious because it'll be like he'll be screaming in your face doing a bit with you, and then at the end of it, it'll go like, "God, I'm so tired, man." And you're like, "You are?"
This is him tired.
Yeah.
He just got tired from yelling.
Yeah.
Well, I think the cool thing what you guys have going on is that you just make your own work. You know, and the movie is on Peacock for the rest of our lives. Treasure at Foggy Mountain. You guys wrote that, did that. So you're I would say that to anyone. If you can create your own work, create your own movies, create all these mini feature films you're doing, you know, feels like someone might go, I like that one, make that into a full movie. But and the other observation I thought about later, was the self-deprecating kind of characters you are, the likability, you know, you're always just extremely likable as actors on that screen, you know, because you're reacting to madness and stuff in a very real way. So I think it's just a great lane to be in show business, not asking for permission. I mean, not having to go audition, you know, like you are your own ecosystem.
We talk about that all the time of like, if you're just an actor in LA waiting for auditions, how do you keep your mental health? Like, how do you keep going? It seems impossible.
That was something I was going to say when you guys asked if we all have the same agents. Is sometimes we'll all get the same audition. Like we'll audition for the same parts and we'll all do a tape and then send it and we'll see what our agent sends back to each of us. Loved this take. Thank
so you also will audition maybe for a part in a movie and stuff like that, just as yourselves. Yeah. And you don't necessarily not as a trio.
Yeah.
I do a lot of solo modeling too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. That makes sense. Tall. Who's the tallest? Ben is the tallest, right? Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for getting that on the record.
Yes.
And also, everybody thinks I'm short, but I'm not.
Okay.
Because you have 2 tall partners.
Me too. Yeah.
How tall are you, John? For the record,
6 feet tall.
That's pretty good.
6 feet, 5'11", and.
No, I'm 6'3". I was saying that John is 5'11".
5'11".
John, are you 5'11"?
No, I'm 6 feet. I went to the hospital the other day and they
Jesus Christ.
The hospital says
just
so.
to get measured.
Yeah. So
Why does Dana say we have to interview that pipsqueak today?
Look, these are just, this is Zoom. They're bigger than you can see in the frame.
You look tiny, these guys, all three of them on Zoom.
David, when are you going to come to the show?
I know. I think I'm coming in December now to come watch. So I haven't been, maybe I did a tour this year, so I'm gone every weekend. I can't even come see Dana. So I think I'm going to come visit and just like give head nods in hallways and stuff like that. Like, I mean,
we got to do a video.
We guys should do a video.
Oh yeah, let me know if there's anything so I can kill it. Anyway, no, but I love. Yeah, you guys are great.
It's not a late night.
I'm doing a wrap up because you guys are great. But I just want to say thanks for coming in.
Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, we did it. You guys did great.
Well, I could do this for hours.
I know it is fun. We were gonna. The second half was gonna be you guys talking, but we didn't have time.
We reached our quota of 17,500 words between David and I, and you guys are at 2,200. But
no, but it is fun to finally talk to you guys and meet you guys, and always funny on the show. I hate to sound sincere, but
do you have any wrap up thing you guys want to say?
Yeah, anything you want to say we didn't get out. You got a plug? Got anything?
Any questions or answers?
6'5". I didn't say it, but I'm 6'5".
Okay, good. That's what we were waiting for.
The same as Travis Kelce, who the ladies like.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Instagram is girls going, the guy has to make $1 million and be 6'5". I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what about the part having 3 pantries? That's never making it there.
What's that skateboard in the background, David?
This one is Jack Spade. That's my brother's old company, and they made a skateboard because he's a skater. This one is Bruce Lee on a board that I was as a present because I skate. I used to. I'm kind of a phony now, but I used to skate a lot. So
do you do it? I couldn't. I'm too scared now.
I used to skate, and then I'm too brittle, and I don't. If I go into a pool or a ramp, it's like I tried my buddy's ramp, and it was so huge. It was wood, and my wheels would slide more because I was used to cement. Yeah. It's just so hard, and then you fall. It's like, oh my God! So
I know one fall, you're done.
Yeah, I can't do it. I just talk about skating, wear the t-shirts and stuff. Just a phony.
No, me too. I got a Knoxville t-shirt on right now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here's a quiz: the safest way to get thrills recreationally.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
that was my second one. A wave runner, or on a lake that's empty, because you can just fly off.
Sometimes those are boring though, because you're not allowed to splash so that people get near someone else.
It has to be an empty lake,
Okay.
I just leased the whole lake. I invested. Anyway.
All right. Thanks, guys.
And my net worth is.
Oh yeah. Go to black.
Anyway, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
We love you guys for real.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoyed it. Appreciate you all very much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all the stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.